Yeah, right. The views and opinions on this broadcast are those of wearecolerain.com and do not reflect the views of Colerain Football, Colerain High School, or the Northwest School District. Let's go Cards.
Welcome to Alexander Stadium here on the campus of Piqua High School. This is Chris Simonitis along with Brian and Brandon Wyatt and Mike Work behind the glass. We're actually all behind the glass here in the press box for Ohio High School Athletic Association Division I State Semifinal. It has taken 13 weeks and 13 victories, but our Colerain Cardinals are playing once again for the second year in a row, third time in 4 years, for the opportunity to advance to the state championship next weekend in Canton, Ohio, against a opponent to be determined. But we have a very familiar opponent in front of us tonight, one that anyone who has followed this program over the past years knows quite well, the Pickerington Central Tigers. Before last year, Colerain had played Pickerington Central twice and beat them both times. Last year, however, that was not the case as we took on Pick Central in the state semifinals and lost 41-28 after committing 5 second-half turnovers. The season came to an end abruptly, sooner than what anyone wanted, and on that field, Coach Bolden looked at anyone that would listen to him and said, "We will be back here again next year." And he ended up being quite prophetic. Brian, Brandon, here we are again in the state semifinals against the Pickerington Central Tigers.
Yeah, different location, but the same opponent. This is 2 weeks in a row. Colerain Cardinals going to face a Purple Panther team.
Exactly. So. Pickerington Central are the Tigers, but they do wear purple. And by, I guess, coin flip, Brandon, is how they did it. The Pickerington Central team is actually the home team, so they'll be in purple uniforms. And Colerain, for the first time this playoff, will be donning their all-whites, which I know you're a big fan of.
Yeah, that's my favorite combo, I'm not going to lie. But, again, there's no rhyme or reason. It's not because 3 is less than 4 or a higher seed or anything. It's just random chance the Colerain Cardinals are the quote-unquote visiting team here in Piqua.
And as a result of that, Colerain did get an opportunity to call the coin toss, and they did win the coin toss and chose to defer to the second half. So they will kick the ball off to start the game here in about 6 minutes. We thank you all for joining, no matter where you are throughout either the Colerain community. We're about an hour and a half north of Colerain High School here in Piqua, Ohio. Very excited to have you on. Again, a couple of reminders. You can reach us here in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com. That's the email address, radio@wearecolerain.com. Obviously, you can follow us along at Twitter and Facebook, as well as Snapchat, too. We got a lot of stuff going on the sidelines tonight, and hopefully over the course of the next week as well, as we can hopefully continue our winning ways tonight. This is a very, very good football team we are facing tonight, and it's going to be a battle. Also, one other quick note as I take a look at the computer over Mike's shoulder, you're going to see, again, unfortunately, we're shooting the camera through a double-pane window, so you're going to have some blurriness there. You're going to have some shadowing on the scoreboard. It's the absolute best we can do. We actually tried to open the window, and
we happen to sit in the exact spot where the window is actually, for some reason, nailed shut.
It's like screwed shut. We can't get it open. We've had 4 or 5 different people try and open it, and they couldn't open it. So this is unfortunately the best we can do, because as we have said once and many times before, the Ohio High School Athletic Association has sold the direct video rights to all playoff games to Spectrum Sports. Spectrum is broadcasting this game live tonight back in the Cincinnati area on television, and as well on their website as well. Both teams are on the field in the end zone.
A little confusion, I think, here to start this game for both teams.
Yep.
As both teams set up to run to the field, and they can't because the Pickerington Central Band is standing in the middle of the field.
Yeah, they'll get ready to. They're obviously being the home team. They will play the national anthem. And we will go silent here in a minute as soon as they start to pay homage to our national anthem, apparently right after they do their
fight song for some reason.
Fight song. So a little bit of commentary here on the weather. It's a beautiful night. Rain is expected in the area, but not until later after the game. It's about 45 degrees, maybe a few degrees cooler than that now. The home side is, I would say, sparsely populated. There's probably maybe 200 to 250 people over there. I'm actually a little surprised, Brandon and Brian, at that, but I will tell you what, thoroughly impressed with Colerain's turnout. And now we'll go silent for our national anthem. beautiful rendition of our national anthem brought to you by the Pickerington Central Tiger Marching Band. Again, this is Chris Simonitis along with Brian and Brandon Wyatt here in Piqua, Ohio, for your Colerain Cardinals. 13-0, looking to move on to the state championship, but first, quite a hurdle in front of them, the 11-2 defending Division I state champion Pickerington Central Tigers. Here come the Cardinals onto the field. As again, as a reminder, Colerain did win the toss and elected to defer until the second half. They are taking the field all the way across into the opposing end zone and going all the way around the Pickerington Central and through the Pickerington Central band. It's a big band, and unfortunately, there's just not much the Cardinals could do there. They've got to get out and get around, and they're doing the best they can. So, boys, I don't know how you're feeling about tonight, but I saw a very exciting and interesting thing. You pointed it out. I think Brandon did. Big number 65 is in uniform tonight.
Yeah, Rusty Pfeff hurt in the second week, but we see him dressed. He went out and took the coin flip. We're not sure if he's actually going to play, but he's
the fact that he's in
pads. He's joined his team. He does have knee braces on. You're looking for specifics, so maybe in emergency situations,
maybe he's just ready for goal line packages because he's a big body taking up space. We don't know. Rusty Pfeff is in Jersey. And again, as a reminder to everyone, again, the address is radioweircode.com. Got our first one of the night. This one from sunny Corona, California. Lenny Lopez listening in. And again, this game is brought to you by the Colerain Boosters and the corporate sponsors.
Yeah, the corporate sponsors being Queen City Running, Valley Metalworks, CAI Insurance, Oxford Flood Center, Cincinnati Fire and Credit Union, State Farm Insurance, Shock Tile and Carpet, Skyline Chili, Holding Realtors, Underground Sports, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, Meyer, Joe Capel, Lawn and Landscape. We'll recognize the rest of you later because we're getting close to kickoff.
So, again, Cardinals won the toss and deferred. They will kick off to the Pickerington Central Tigers. It'll be Lorenzo Stiles and Keaton Mittendorf back deep for the Tigers.
Yeah, he'll be kicking off this game in, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like he's got the wind at his back. It's kind of swirling. It's kind of a north-south stadium. Not a lot of wind, but enough that might affect it. But, Pickerington Central full of athletes.
Nope.
Ball falls off the tee.
A little bit of wind.
I don't think that was an attempted onside kick. That was just the wind knocking it off.
So some of the key names you're going to hear tonight, and we'll cover the offense first because that's who Pickerington Central will have on the field first. Of course, their dynamic junior quarterback, Demetri Crenshaw, has got over a half dozen high Division I offers already, including Cincinnati. He's going to be their playmaker. Chris Mangold approaches the ball. He gets his foot underneath it, and it's a high kick, end over end, and it's into the back of the end zone. So no return for Pickerington Central. They'll get the ball to start off 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. In the backfield for Pickerington, we're just going to call them Central. That's really their name. They're from the Pickerington area. Jameer Jackson, number 5, the 5'11", 205-pound running back. Also Terry Simuel, 5'9", 170-pound senior receiver. And then every once in a while, you may hear on the offensive side, number 24, Dwayne Carter, line up at tight end. He's really a player on defense.
Yeah, he's their going to TCU. He's their big defensive tackle, but they like to use him on offense sometimes to create mismatches.
So first play of the night, Demetri Crenshaw under center. He's got 2 wide receivers split wide to his left. He takes the ball, hands it off to Jameer Jackson, who tries to take it right up the middle. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And we've already got a flag on the play.
Yeah, that was 31 getting up after the play. He made a big block. Yeah, that was Carter Johnson brought down the field.
So Central has 2 Division I defensive tackles. They're both in on this offensive play playing tight end. Dwayne Carter and Carter Johnson pancaked Eric Phillips, but when he got up, Eric Phillips got up, but Dwayne Carter and Carter Johnson did not keep their mouths quiet. Personal foul, 15-yard penalty. That's after the play, so it'll be 2nd and very long for the Tiger offense.
Yeah, picked up just about 2 yards on the play, so after the 5th down, gives 2nd down and 23. Pick Central pass first team. We'll see it a lot, but that we saw last year, Crenshaw can run with the ball and will run with the ball.
Yeah, he's really a very talented individual. Just back now, once again, as a handoff in the backfield, and number 23, I think, was on that carry. See if we can get his.
No, it wasn't 23.
It wasn't?
23 was the tight end blocking.
It was Ciaron Smith, I thought, who carried that ball. But either way, good defense by the Cardinals. Stopped inside the 10-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down
Dime package coming in.
Yep, 3rd and 21 for
J.J. Davis comes in as an extra DB for the Cardinals. And that was Eric Phillips. He got double teamed, took 2 blockers, allowed the rest of his defense. This time, he keeps contained, nowhere to go for the running back. He wanted to go right where Phillips was. Originally, he gets spotted up and loses a yard in the play.
So 3rd down and 21 at their own 9-yard line. The Cardinal defense has looked good so far. Demetri Crenshaw drops back the pass for the first time. He's going to tuck it and run looking for something. He's not going to get the first down, going to get up almost to the original line of scrimmage. Pickerington Central will be forced to punt on their first offensive series.
Yeah, and that's what the Cardinals wanted. They said, we'll cover deep, cover the sticks, keep everything in front. If Crenshaw wants to run, we're only rushing 3. And Jalen Thomas is there to keep him short of the line of game. It'll be 4th and 11. Back to punt are the Tigers.
Back to receive Sincere Jones and J.J. Davis.
Justin Maynard will be kicking from about the 5-yard line.
Cardinals not giving him any respect. They've actually walked up closer.
And that was a good call. Because
Wynn got it. Get away.
It's a high punt, and it's going to bounce right before the 50, get just past the 50, and that's where Pickerington will down it. And Colerain's offense will be on the field, 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line, basically sitting in midfield. Really good place to start.
And this has been the script all year. Win the toss, get a stop, short field for your offense, and get a lead and start off early here for the Colerain offense.
It didn't seem to be a lot of wind when we first kind of walked into the stadium there, but that punt was really affected by the wind.
So now the Colerain offense is going to get a chance to show what they can do now. Ivan Pace in the backfield in the I formation, dotted by J.J. Davis and, of course, senior captain Deontay Smith-Moore in at quarterback. Under center, takes the ball, fakes the handoff to Ivan, keeps himself, makes one man miss, gets hit by another, but not until he picks up, going to say 3 yards on that first down run.
Yeah, Pickerington Central, you talked about the big defensive tackle, but their nose guard goes about 240 pounds, too. So this is the most the largest defensive line we've seen,
and most talented.
And most talented. They got linebackers that flow to the ball, so it's all about decision making and picking out which part of the option that you want to defend.
Once again, in the I formation now. 2nd down, takes the ball, hands it off to Ivan Pace Jr. He makes 2 or 3 guys miss, bowls through 3 more, and picks up the first down to the 40-yard line.
And the Tigers had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, but they don't wrap him up. He rolls off the pile with a man on his back, carries him to the 40-yard line for the first down of the evening for the Colerain Cardinals.
Colerain looking to establish the run up the middle right away. So just power football. They're taking the big guys, but I tell you what, they're creeping up. This jet sweep might be effective. But, they're as athletic as Colerain is on the outside. Lots of speed, but they're committing a lot of guys inside the tackle.
I formation. There's a handoff once again to Ivan Pace Jr. It was a good handoff. He's going to keep it and get enough for another first down for the Colerain Cardinals down to they're going to mark him short of the 30, right at the 29, so they may be 1 yard shy.
31-yard line. Yep. Nothing fancy 31. About this. This is just the outside veer, and that's when your place side, tight end, guard, tackle are going to triple team that side, let a man through that's the read, and block up, making sure nothing gets to the outside, and Ivan Pace doesn't get touched till he's 5 yards downfield.
A simple run. That was all offensive line right there.
Once again, I formation, fakes the handoff. Deontay Smith-Moore keeps
first
it.
Down.
He's going to fall over the 30, down to the 29 for the first down. They may mark him right at the 30. Either way, it'll be enough for the first down and move the chains. Thank you so much again for joining us. From here at WeAreColerain.com, bringing you state semifinal action between the Colerain Cardinals and the defending Division I state champion Pickerington Central Tigers.
Yeah, nothing fancy to start for this Colerain Cardinals.
Yep, if you just joined us a little late, Colerain's defense stopped Pickerington on their first drive of the game, and they received the opening kickoff. Colerain got the ball back in midfield. They're now down to the 30-yard line. Looking to put the first points on the game. Sincere Jones in motion, takes a jet sweep. He gets caught in the backfield, makes a few men miss, cuts it back across the middle. Good block laid. Sincere Jones is still on his feet and gets out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. So what looked like was going to be a negative play ends up turning into positive yards for the Cardinals.
And he's officially going to get 6 yards on the carry. That one's all Sincere Jones, making something out of nothing. Pickerington Central jumped on the jet sweep underneath, and Sincere Jones broke 2 tackles, ran around another man, got some good blocking kind of in the scramble drill. Don't block anyone in the back, just kind of get in their way, and he makes it for positive yards, 6 on the carry.
Who put that block? Was that
Pace? Got the block coming the other way.
Okay, got it coming the other way. All right, so here we go, back in the I formation now. 2nd down and 4. First offensive series of the game for the Cardinals. Deontay Smith-Moore takes the ball, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, Takes it up to about the 21-yard line. Just going to be about 1 or 2 yards shy of another first down.
Yeah, give him about 1.5 yards. Just reads the option, takes it out away from the fullback, keeps it himself. This offensive line doing a good job so far. Will Coleman, Quasi Jones, H. Aaron Swinner, Brian Beavers, T.J. Ganella, and Elijah Ford controlling the line of scrimmage.
And the nice thing so far on this drive, you know exactly what the Cardinals are going to get. They need to get to the 20-yard line for the first down. Let's get it here on 3rd and 1.
I tell you what, nobody over the ball. A quarterback sneak is huge right here.
Deontay Smith under center, takes the ball, fakes the handoff, keeps himself, gets past the 20, keeps moving, gets all the way down to about the 16-yard line. We'll call it the 17, but it'll be another Cardinal first down. This is a good defense. The Pickerington Central Tigers, through 13 games this year, have only allowed 13 touchdowns rushing. So they only allow 1 rushing touchdown a game.
They had a great prep game coming into this, too.
Absolutely, playing Hilliard Davidson last week.
And the thing about this defense is opportunistic. They only won their Week 1 playoff game because of a fumble recovery to beat Bradley. They had 3 return touchdowns against Northmont. So they're very opportunistic defense.
There we go. Single wing. The handoff to Ivan Pace Jr. He takes it across the middle. He's going to get past the 15. We'll take it down to the 14-yard line. So modest gain on that. It'll be second down at about 7.
Yeah, Pickerington Central really relying on these 2 different defensive tackles. They kind of changed their formation a little bit, covering. They move the outside linebackers outside of the tackles to take away that jet sweep here, and just leaving 1 middle linebacker in the middle of the field. If he can get blocked, if that center can get out in the second level, that could be a big game, but see if they switch it up. Yep. Nope. Yeah, Pickering. Look at their outside linebackers.
There's a handoff to Ivan.
Beat the middle linebacker.
Stays on his feet, drives down to the 10-yard line, takes 3 guys to take him down, but not before he picks up another 3 yards on second down. So it'll be 3rd and modest here, probably about 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 4.
3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3, Chris.
3rd and 3. All right, picked up a few more yards. Excellent.
Well, they
like 3rd and 3, much better.
They'll need the 7-yard line for a first down here. It'll be 3rd and 3 at their own 10-yard line.
Safe to say it's 4-down territory?
You could take the points. Your chip shot field goal. You just got to hang on to the ball and get some kind of points out of the first drive.
They tried a little false motion, tried to get the Tigers jumping.
No jump there. There's a fake handoff. Deontay Smith-Moore keeps himself, gets down to the 7-yard line, stays on his feet, and gets inside the 5 for another Cardinal first down.
On that play, Pickerington Central brought their middle linebackers in to cover that middle of the field, overplaying the fullback. So nice read by your quarterback there to keep.
And here's the thing about Deontay Smith-Moore and Coach Bolden said he goes 100 miles per hour in everything he does. Mike Dunlop had him stopped right about the line to gain, and he broke the tackle, keeps his feet going, and he's got it down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, Colerain's bringing in the jumbo package here.
They're bringing Phillips and Bolden as extra tight ends.
Deontay Smith-Moore under center, Ivan Pace right behind him. Sincere Jones in motion, but why worry about that when you can hand it to the big fella, Ivan Pace Jr., touchdown Cardinals!
Nothing fancy here, just fullback give behind that big right side of the Cardinals offensive line. And the Cardinals strike first here in Piqua High School.
Yeah, that's the start you want. You come and get Pick Central 3 and out, and then you take it down and score. You've set the tone, but there's still a lot of football left to play.
We have a slight timeout for an equipment issue on the extra point, so an extra Willie Finch Jr. has to come out for some reason. And
they don't like his hand warmer.
So, it'll be Ed Bolden with the snap. Deontay Smith-Moore with the hold. Mangold with the kick. Snap is back.
Sorry.
Down. Kick is good.
Kick is good, but there's flags.
At the 5:28 mark of the first quarter, it's your Colerain Cardinals 7.
Yeah, there are flags on the play.
Central Tigers 0. The penalty is on Pickerington Central. I knew it right away. That's why I kept talking.
Okay.
There was a personal foul because they went at the long snapper.
Yeah, they jumped the center and hit the center.
And you're not
allowed doing that. That'll be enforced on the kickoff, which Mangold hit the last one out, give him 15 more yards. Colerain can get creative here, or can just kick it out.
And again, if you hear the name Ed Bolden, that's because it's Tom Bolden's nephew and former AD Dan Bolden's son. Ed Bolden was not the snapper to start the year.
He stepped in to week 2, week 3, right around there.
They had snap issues week 1 and 2. And the thing, if you ever watch, and I can see why they ran over him, because he gives kind of a giveaway to when he's going to snap it. Ed Bolden kind of squats down, and then when he's going to snap it, he snaps it almost if he's going from a squatting position, almost uses his whole body to get into it. So the kick is good. It's 7-0 Cardinals, and they will kick off from the central 45-yard line.
So normally kicking off from their own 40. They've now moved the ball up 15 yards.
Yeah. Pick's interesting. I saw on the last return, they've got 3 guys across the back rather than the traditional 2. Leaves a big gap right between the second line.
Well, now that the guy in the middle kind of steps up to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, nothing's going to happen here. He's just going to kick it out of the end zone. But.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he should do, and that's exactly what he does. Mango kicks it out of the back of the end zone, and the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
But thanks again to the rest of our corporate sponsors for the 2018-2019 school year. We've got Midwest Stonescapes, Paul Young Funeral Home, NovaCare, La Rosa's, Northgate Ford, Game On Sports Bar, Life Touch, Fast Signs, Arab Pest Control, Plato's Closet, Supercuts, Langen Meats, Quaker Steak and Lube, Joseph Toyota of Cincinnati, Northwest Association of Educators, Friendship Baptist Church, and Long Schaefer.
Again, you can reach us in the booth at wearecolerain.com. This one from Jim and Terry Shear, listening in from Chicago, Illinois.
All right, back to the I formation now. Demetri Crenshaw in a pistol formation. Thank you. Pistol formation, takes the ball, takes the handoff, rolls to his right, looks to pass, throws it across the middle. It is caught by number 8, out near the first down marker.
They're going to need the 30, and they are marking it at the 31.
Yeah, they like to get him moving. He's a great athlete. He throws well on the move.
Yep.
He got outside of Eric Phillips, got a little bit of pressure, but he had a lot of time there with the rollout.
Straight to the line of scrimmage of the Tigers.
Takes the ball. We've got a flag. Looks like they're going to have a offsides against the Cardinals defense.
Yeah, they went quick snap, and they were going to go straight to a run on one of the Colerain Cardinals on the outside. It might have been Ivan Pace. Anticipated the snap, and
so the first down will remain. They're going to pick up another 5 yards, so now it'll be 1st down and 5 out to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Pick Central, very well coached team. We see a lot of different substitutions, situational.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good call out.
So they play a lot of different formations, a lot of personnel.
Yeah, that was Keaton Mittendorf on that first down catch a couple of plays ago. So now 1st down and 5. Snap is back to Crenshaw. Looks to pass, throws it out into the flat to Jameer Jackson. He's got it. Taken out of bounds, short of the 1st down, up to about the 30. Where are they going to mark it, Brandon? 39? 38?
Yeah, about 38. They're going to
38-yard line.
2.5 yards short of the 1st down.
And nothing fancy here. They just run a clear-out pattern, and they sneak the fullback out of the backfield. They're straight to the line again.
Yeah, they don't mess around. They're trying to go fast here. There's a snap and a handoff. Number 24, Carter, he takes it around the side. He gets past the 40, which will be enough for another Tiger 1st down. Their second one of the series. So the Colerain defense needs to be on their heels quickly here, or on their toes, excuse me.
You know, I watched pretty much almost all the Davidson game. I didn't see them do this quick snap against Davidson, but if they get the good yardage on 1st down and it's a 2nd and short, they jump right to it. Yeah,
well, when you've got number 24 coming out of the backfield, a 6'4", 285-pound offensive player, it's going to be tough to stop him for a
Dwayne
yard
Carter's their big TCU recruit, defensive tackle, playing a little bit of offense here. That's 2 men in motion.
Yep, that is a penalty. They
got calling for a timeout. Timeout can stop the play clock, but does not stop 2 guys in motion.
Apparently it did. So timeout.
Tigers.
Tigers, right. Again, thanks for joining us. You can reach us on email here in the booth, radio@wearecolerain.com. Already heard from sunny Corona, California, Mr. Lopez, and, of course, the Shear family in Chicago. We'd love to hear from you, wherever you're listening from, especially if you're back in the Colerain area.
Michael Hesse listening in online, along with Michelle Tobias and Ernie Trotter. Also listening in, we got their direct message earlier here on Twitter. If I can get to it, I got the name, but I don't want to mess it up. Roger Horton listening in from Mississippi.
Fantastic. Thank you all for tuning in and listening. Cardinals looking for the opportunity to go back to the state championship for the first time since 2004. So long time coming, but they've got a big mountain to climb tonight. They need to exercise some Central Tiger demons tonight, losing to this team last year 41-28 in this exact same round of the playoffs. Leading here early, 7-0 with 4:48 left to go in the opening quarter. Methinks the streak of running clocks probably comes to an end tonight, fellas. It's going to be a tough game. First down and 10. There's a fake handoff. Crenshaw keeps it. He tries to run across the middle, and he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain as Luke Bolden that took down the Tiger quarterback.
Yeah, read option up there, and he makes the proper read. The running back was covered up, goes in the middle, but there was nowhere to go. Good penetration by the defensive line up front. Didn't give him much of a hole, and Bolden cleans him up. Second down and 9.
You just got to feel at some point they're going to try and pass the ball. I mean, something downfield.
The Cardinals, I think, are willing to take that chance. The little pressure will get there first.
Yep. Back under center is Demetri Crenshaw. Takes the ball, rolls now to his left, looking to pass. He's got some pressure on him. He's going to keep it and try and find some space. He's not going to find any. He gets thrown out of bounds by Jakari Patterson.
Sweet.
And there's no way on God's green earth that's a penalty. He didn't even fall down. He literally just pushed him out of bounds.
Well, he extended his arm slightly when he had him out of bounds, but it was more to release him, and they're going to call this a late hit.
That is the
helmet contact.
Right. Helmet contact.
Maybe his hands hit his head. We don't know.
Or his face mask hit his head?
I don't know. It is what it is.
Well,
It's a 15-yard penalty against the Cardinals. And outside of turnovers, penalties are the one thing you want to try and avoid, but I don't know how you avoid that. I mean, he was just trying to make a play and get him out of bounds.
And it wasn't like a physical tackle.
Not at
he
all.
Went chest to chest, and they happened to be the same height.
Well, either way, it's going to take the ball all the way down to the Colerain 45-yard line. It'll be the Tigers' first play in Colerain territory tonight. First down and 10. Single set back. Number 7 in motion. Crenshaw drops back, looks to pass, got good protection, throws it deep down the middle of the field. Jakari Patterson is there, and it is incomplete. In coverage, and knocks it loose.
Yeah, this is just a play action. They go big, and that's a one-man route. He's just got Dwayne Carter, the big tight end, / defensive tackle. We've almost called his name more on offense now than we have on defense. And just one-on-one. They're just trying to sneak the tight end down the middle. It's a play they scored on last year in the state championship game. Just snuck the tight end out when they go big, and Jakari Patterson is all over it.
So incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10, still at the Colerain 45-yard line, under 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Once again in the I formation, this team does pass more than they do throw, or more than they do run. There's a handoff across the middle to Jackson. He found some running room, and he got it inside the 40, down to, I think, the 39-yard line. So,
yeah, the smaller of the two backs showed a nice little quickness right there. When you get the hole, just a jump cut to the right. Didn't need much of a crease. He found one. Makes this a 3rd down and 4. A little bit manageable.
But once again, they're quick to the line. Colerain defense got to be ready. Crenshaw under center.
He tries to draw Colerain off sides,
That's
but
a false start against the Tigers, moving back 5 yards.
And sometimes when you try to get cute, you get too cute.
And Mason Hill jumped across the line, but he's going on the motion of the guard in front of him. The guard jumps, 5-yard penalty. It's now 3rd and 9 for the Tigers.
So at 3rd and 4, which was probably been 2-down territory, takes them back to the 44.
I think this is
It's still close to 2-down territory.
It's still 2-down territory.
Depending if you can stop them for no gain or even a loss, here it takes them. They're definitely out of field goal range.
Crenshaw in the shotgun. One man in motion, now clears out of the backfield. He's got 3 wide receivers, splits to his right. That's the way he rolls. He throws it out. It's caught by number 3. He's not going to have enough for the first down, and he's tackled at the 40-yard line. Inbounds. Clock will continue to run. And it is 4th down.
And 5.
And 5? 4. Yep. Now on comes the punting unit.
This is a good place for a fake. Really good place for a fake.
I was just going to let it happen. I set you up.
Did you see me race my dad to call it?
I know. There was a race there. Now they drop back. Let's see.
Justin Maynard be kicking about from the 50.
There's a snap back. He's got it, and he does punt it. And it's a good punt.
Oh, he's got room, and he called a fair catch.
Yep, called a fair catch.
I know.
The Cardinals had their safe return on. They didn't bring an exchange. They kept the defense on the field and dropped Sincere Jones back. And he may have had room to run, but he's catch it right there at the 15. Don't let the ball bounce.
Cardinals and we saw how much the wind early affected the earlier kick, and that one didn't affect it as much. But you're right. Decent field position at their own 15. Be 100% in your decision and follow through. So Colerain makes the second stop on the second drive at Pickerington Central Panthers.
So back on offense are the Colerain Cardinals with a 7-0 lead.
Pickerington Central Tigers.
What did I say?
He said Panthers.
These
are the Tigers.
That's because he keeps
the
seeing the
scoreboard says Tigers.
It does take the
Their jerseys say Tigers.
I can't see the scoreboard.
They were Tigers last year.
So the Tigers defense is out there looking to slow down this Colerain offense, and they've got an opportunity here to have a nice, long, sustained drive, put some points on the board. Under center is Deontay Smith-Moore.
He checks the play after the formation shift on defense.
Look at that. And in motion, Deontay hands it off. Once again to Ivan Pace Jr., stays on his feet.
That's a face mask.
15 yards added to the end of the 9-yard run for the Colerain Cardinals.
Headsy play by your quarterback there. Pre-snap, the Pickerington Central Tigers were jumping all around, mixing up the defensive front. He makes the right call, puts him in the right position, gives Ivan Pace the ball, straight dive up the middle, picks up 5, but another 15 personal foul.
No, I think they're just going to call 5
yard. 5-yard one?
Yeah, an incidental face mask.
Okay.
It takes it up to the 22-yard line, where it'll be
first down.
Excuse me, 27. Thank you. 27-yard line. First down and 10 for the Cardinals at their own 27-yard line in the I formation. Takes the handoff. Deontay Smith-Moore keeps it. Cuts it back up the middle. There's a flag coming in from behind him.
Yeah,
guessing that's going to be in the vicinity of holding. I'll tell you one thing. These
no
referees...
flag. You waved it.
Oh, he waved it. Oh, okay.
I think you might have thought that was the ball that popped out, but it was really Deontay Smith-Moore.
Okay.
Yeah, not sure.
Or it might have been Ivan Pace. Maybe had a towel that came out, but he waved the flag as soon as he picked it up. So it's an 8-yard gain by Deontay Smith-Moore and a follow. And Pickerington Central thought they had him. But then he cuts it right up, finds the seam in the blocking, gets it done for the Cardinals for 8 yards.
Nope. Too early for a pass, Mike. I see what you're doing. There's a handoff to Ivan Pace, who's going to take it across the middle and get hit immediately, but not before he picks up the first down. The hitting is hard and heavy down there, let me tell you. There's been a lot of talk this week on social media on both sides, although I would say it's probably leaning more purple than it is red and white. But there's no doubt the Cardinals want to win this game. Specifically, I know one, Mr. Ivan Pace Jr., who came into this game last year a little banged up and got even more banged up during the game, was not at full force and had a couple of those turnovers in the second half.
Well, they're two teams that play a similar style, very physical defense.
Not similar in scheme, but just similar in the mentality.
The mentality, yeah.
First and 10 for the Cardinals, the 38-yard line. Takes the ball, hands it off one more time to Ivan Pace Jr., getting those tough 30 yards, gets inside past the 40, maybe to the 41-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup on first down.
And you can always tell the difference between certain teams. When Colerain, when you play most teams, they're just okay. They're other teams. When you play a GCL team, you know you played a GCL team. When other teams play Colerain, they know they play Colerain. Central has that same mentality.
Yep.
They played a little different speed, a little bit more physical than your average team.
Second down and 7 for the Cards. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter, leading 7-0. Colerain looking to continue their offensive display. Deontay Smith-Moore took the ball, kept it himself. They're marking him down all the way back here.
That's where he is.
Is that where his knee went down?
That's where he is. The pile kept going. Deontay Smith-Moore
kind of stopped.
It was down at the 44. The pile went all the way to the 46.
Yeah, that play was a little bit of rush. He had to snap it quick. He was on 1 second at the play count. Little mix-up in the backfield. Kind of stepped on the fullback.
But did exactly what a good senior leader does. Kept it himself.
Put your head down and go.
Put your head down and get positive yards, and that's what he did. So now it's 3rd and 4 for the Cardinals on their own 44-yard line. This is a big third down. Drops back, looks at pass, does Deontay Smith-Moore, and it's knocked down. Big number 31 got his mitts up in the air and knocked it incomplete. So now it's going to be 4th down and 4. Haven't seen too many defensive linemen get their hands up on a Deontay Smith-Moore pass. Cardinals bring out the punting team, which is the absolute right thing to do here.
Yeah, Deontay Smith-Moore. He's not the tallest quarterback, and you got a defensive end. What's he listed there? 6'3"?
That's number 31.
Yeah, and they're just running little J.J. Davis on a little flat. He's just going to run straight where the down marker is, but ball's batted, and it's 4th down.
So Lawson Sandusky on to punt. Snap is back, and it's over his head. It's a little high. He's going to take it, look to find some room, and he still gets a kick off, and it bounces.
What a play, Lawson Sandusky!
All the way down to the 10-yard line. Number 3 for Pickerington Central picks it up. He brings it out to the 5, to the 10. The Cardinals are there in pursuit and knock him out of bounds. At the 15-yard line, Lawson Sandusky needs to get a whole bunch of high fives when he gets to the sideline.
That's the athleticism you've got back there. He's a third-string quarterback. We saw him do some running some quarterback last year. A tremendous baseball player. He's a great athlete and showed composure right there and gets off. Brandon, how far was that kick?
Well, they started at the 45. The ball wasn't fielded to about the 5-yard line. So it's about a 50-yard punt on the run. Now, it did bounce about the 20-yard line, but he's still got a big bounce. And as it is, this game is going quick. That is the final play of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play here at Piqua High School, it's the Colerain Cardinals 7, the Tigers of Central 0.
So Colerain defensively doing exactly what they needed to do there, and there's never a state semifinal that doesn't come without a little bit of excitement. And there's a snap over the head of the punter, and Lawson does a great job staying cool, calm, picking it up, and under immense pressure and making one man elude him, was able to get off that side kick and gets it all the way down to the 5 before Pickerington Central picks it up, running backwards, and takes it back up to the 15 before Colerain's special teams force him out of bounds. So I'll take 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, and there might be the advantage of having a non-traditional kicker. He's the rugby-style kicker, so he's used to kicking it at odd angles and not doing it. So you really don't have to be as set. I don't know, maybe I'm overlooking that, but
no, I think it's a great point.
He just turned around and just kind of winged it. He had a guy coming down on him, and he just kind of turned into a spot where the defender was unoccupied.
But that's kind of the way he kicks it anyway.
But not like that, because the ball maybe got 10 feet in the air. There's a good chance if there's not a seam there, he hits one of the up men or one of the linemen, but it just finds the right space.
He had some juice behind it. He had some adrenaline pumping at that moment because he did put it, while it wasn't high, he did get it
and
far down.
And I'll tell you what, Lorenzo Stiles took a chance.
Yeah.
He fielded it about the 5-yard line. Elijah Ford tried to get him in the end zone, just couldn't get a hand on him. He manages to get it out to the 15 before the Cardinals get him down.
Lorenzo Stiles, their 6'1", 175-pound receiver, sophomore, son of one of the coaches who I believe is a former Buckeye.
Lorenzo Stiles Sr.
Yep. So, it'll be 1st down and 10, Pickerington Central at their own 15 to start the second quarter.
Colerain defense out once again to try and keep this offense in check. Demetric Crenshaw, the junior quarterback, led his team last year as a sophomore to the Ohio Division I State Championship. Looking to do so again coming into tonight's contest with an 11-2 record.
Curious, we haven't seen too many quarterback draws or even him throwing the ball too much. Not too much success yet.
Under center, there. Hands it off around the side to number 3, the aforementioned Lorenzo Stiles. He's got some speed. Takes it around and out past the 20, up to about the 23-yard line. So about a 7, maybe 8-yard gain on that end around for Lorenzo Stiles.
You talk about some speed. He showed great speed right there. He beat a couple of the Colerain Cardinals defensive backs to the outside, and good size, breaks a tackle.
And that was using formation. They got the smaller Lenzer Kendricks on the open side of the field, and that's where he attacked, and he got the outside of Kendrick.
So they gave him 9 yards on that run. Excuse me, 2nd down and 1 now. So good run, sideline to sideline there. Under center, Crenshaw takes it, hands it off. Good blocking. Handoff is to number 5, and he gets tackled, taken down by Jakari Patterson. That's going to be a loss of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Third down.
Or third down, excuse me. Third down.
They're going to give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got up to he slung him down like we saw last week. Ivan Pace did, but you don't get the length of the toss. You get point of contact. So 3rd down and 1.
So 3rd down and short for the Tigers.
The big defensive tackle Carter comes in an offense for Central.
Do you use him as a decoy and run, or do you run right behind him?
It's really tough to stop this offense for only 1 yard. Just like it's tough to stop ours. We'll see what the defense can do. Crenshaw's going to keep it and just try and move it himself. I think he's going to have enough for it.
Nothing fancy there. The offensive line doesn't even go forward to block for it. They all just kind of cut the knees as a defensive line and kind of just let Demetric Kentrell fall over top of them for the 30-yard line and a 1st down on the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, we saw his strength last year as a sophomore and a junior, just probably even stronger, 6'2", listed as 205.
Yeah, he's over 200 pounds and 6'2", and again, he's quite a talent. I know that Ohio State has a little bit of interest. I think he's the number 9 ranked dual threat quarterback, maybe in the nation in his class. So he's very talented.
Got to spread out the Colerain Cardinals here. 3 wide receivers one side, 1 to the left.
Yep, Crenshaw rolls to his left, looks to pass. Ivan Pace Jr. is there, tries to put on some pressure. Luke Bolden is there. Is a good hit made out to the 30-yard line.
And Ivan Pace really just played contained there. He just stood there and said, Crenshaw, you're not running outside of me. You're not running past me. Mason Hill brings pressure from the inside, forces him out, and he just finds a safety valve for 2-3 yards on the play.
Yeah, a very slow developing run-pass option. He spread out there, and if the Colerain Cardinals would have attacked him, he would have thrown it wide away. If they didn't, he would have ran it right away. He was kind of caught in the middle. Does make a good decision.
2nd down and 6. Well spotted at their own 30-yard line. Snap is back. Crenshaw drops back, looks to pass, surveys the field. It's a short pass out to once again the Stiles, makes one Cardinal miss. 22 is there and makes the tackle, but not before he gets all the way out to the 44-yard line, where it'll be another Tiger first down. And that has been prolific of what they're doing kind of this whole game. They like that little pass in the flat.
Yeah, they clear out and then run your running back underneath.
So it'll be first down for the Tigers at their own 44.
Just under 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Colerain up 7-0. The defense been on the field here for a little bit now. We've got a whistle.
Timeout.
Judge.
Equipment timeout. 21 for Central did not have his mouthpiece in, so they asked him to leave the field.
That's Justin Canini, 5'11", 160-pound junior.
And Central uses a whole bunch of players because they do it like Colerain, but a little more heavy, where they use
they do.
two-way players for different situations.
They really do. There's a snap back to Crenshaw. He takes it, hands it off to number 23, and he's tackled for a loss in the backfield. There's still a scrum, but he's going to lose about 2 yards on that, so good play call by the Colerain defense.
Dante Corleone and Eric Phillips get into the backfield, and he just kind of dances until the rest of the swarm comes there. Didn't get hit too hard, but had nowhere to go and will lose a yard in the play.
Yeah, you said Corleone, somebody in the middle, right over the ball.
It's either Corleone or Phillips, so it's the only two men that large on the field.
Dante Corleone, again, only a sophomore for the Colerain Cardinals, but got a bright future at that spot on the defensive line.
Yeah, along with Donovan Owens and Gerald Patrick.
Second down and 11 for the Cardinals. Or, excuse me, for the Tigers. Got back. Crenshaw's got some time. Got some pressure up the middle. Makes some men miss. He's unbelievable. He's still on his feet. He's going to get hit, and he throws it complete to number 4. He's going to get tackled, but not until he picks up positive yards on the play. Crenshaw was dead to rights by 4 Cardinals and got out of all of it. He is really impressive.
And unfortunately for the Cardinals, Mike Best kind of lays off because he thinks he's going out of bounds.
Yep.
He doesn't want to get a personal foul. Not that Crenshaw's running to a spot and beat him. He just is like, he's falling forward almost out of bounds. He stops, sets his feet, gets this to his outlet man. It picks up 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, for all that, he only did pick up 2 yards. So it's 3rd down and 9 now. Ball spotted at their own 45-yard line. I look for another pass in the flat here, fellas. See Crenshaw taking it.
Maybe
trying to find somebody. Yep, that's exactly what I can see. We've got an inside receiver here who's getting all kinds of room. Oh, we've got a
timeout.
Whistle.
Another equipment issue for Pickerington. No?
Well, it was 3 jogging off the field. Lorenzo Stiles Jr.
Yep.
This same official called one against Colerain, two times against, I don't know if they called us for a hand warmer. Then the last time it looked for the mouthpiece. Not sure what that one was.
Obviously, we're guessing what the piece of equipment is. The only reason I knew that was a mouthpiece is because he made the signal to his
Well,
mouth.
and I saw when the Colerain player came off the line, off the field, he took off the hand warmer.
So Garner Wallace comes in to replace him. Here we go, 3rd down and 9. Nobody in the backfield. Crenshaw standing on the 40. Takes a snap, drops back, looks to pass.
Ivan
the middle.
Pace!
And Ivan Pace Jr., he's still on his feet, and there's a flag. It's chaos.
So here's a big, is this going to be pass or face mask or holding?
Who knows? We'll find out.
There's a big scrum, and, you know, they blew the whistle. Crenshaw wasn't down yet, but you got to give him time because he's shown the ability to break free.
It's going to be a face mask on the Cardinals.
But is that enough for the first down? Is it a 5-yard or is it 15?
Well, he never went down, so I don't know how you give him 15 yards.
From the end of the play, which was way back near about the 32-yard line.
Well, let's see what they do.
The
5-yard play.
Let you guys figure it out.
15 yards, and it'll replay.
It'll be 4th down. They replay the down?
Yeah.
Why?
You replay the down on a penalty.
Alrighty. So now it's 3rd down and 4 for the Cardinals.
For the Tigers.
For the Tigers. I meant for the Cardinals defense. I didn't finish my thought there. Under center now is Dimitri Crenshaw. He's going to look like he's surveying the defense, and we have a timeout.
Yeah, play clock was running down.
That's their second charge timeout of the half. Colerain has yet to use one. You can tell, obviously, these two teams are playing at a very high level of intensity.
Yeah, Pickerington Central went up to the line there. They're pretty much just I formation. They had the big tight end, the defensive tackles playing tight end. Tried to draw Colerain off sides. Not sure if they didn't like what they saw. There was just 3 seconds left. They had time to snap the ball, but you know what? That kind of helps your defensive coordinator right here, though. But you know, offensively, you can change your plays. The chess match that is football.
Absolutely. Again, thanks for tuning in to WeAreColerain.com's continuing broadcast of Colerain Cardinal football here at wearecolerain.com. Special thank you to any and all Colerain boosters, individual or corporate, who may be listening. We could not do what we do without you supporting the Colerain boosters. So back out onto the field is the defense. Ball sitting right at midfield on the 50-yard line here at Alexander Stadium in Piqua, Ohio, where the Cardinals have an opportunity to stop this Tiger offense from advancing the ball any further on third down, possibly getting the ball back themselves. Let's see what they can do. Now in the shotgun is Demetrius Crenshaw. Empty backfield. Snap is low. He picks it up off the ground. He throws it complete. And the tackle is made, but not before he gets the first down. Fellas, they're going to do that all night long. They've done that a half a dozen times already. They pick up another first down to the 44-yard line.
You know, we see that when we play St. X. They like to dink and dunk, and you've got to stay patient and you've got to stay accurate. It really, you know, if you make a mistake, it puts you in a little deeper in a hole. But if you can keep completing, these are easier plays to complete.
Yep. So first, now we have another whistle. What now? Okay, is that
Donovan Owen as it comes out?
His shoulder pad was showing below his shirt.
So they couldn't give him 3 seconds to
another equipment. Yes, this official on this right side called it 4 times this game.
So there's a handoff in the backfield to number 5, and he is tackled for a loss by number 53, Mason Hill.
You know, they quick snapped that after that referee's timeout. Colerain really wasn't set. Mason Hill was ready to go.
I don't even know that Pickerington
Central
offensive line wasn't set.
They weren't ready. Mason Hill went unblocked into the backfield.
I appreciate the refs trying to do their job, but I mean, at some point, you just ruin the flow of the game. So now it's 2nd down and 3. That's a 3-yard tackle for loss. 2nd down and 13, thank you. The 3-yard loss is what I meant to say. Mason Hill on the tackle for loss now. 2nd and 13, back to the 47-yard line of the Cardinals are the Tigers. 2 men in the backfield, number 8 in motion. Drops back, looks to pass as Demetrius Crenshaw. Throws it down the field. It's going to be over the intended target. Incomplete, Sincere Jones in coverage.
And we have a flag on the field.
In the area holding
on the Tigers.
So we'll take that, right? Knock them back 10 yards? I don't know.
Yeah, it's 2 yards behind, 2-3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a
3rd down and 14 or 2nd down and 24. Play the field position.
Officially here, it'll be marked at the 39-yard line. So they will need to get to the 34. So it's 2nd and 27.
So that is the call. Holding penalty against the Tigers, and there's a referee out there checking somebody's pants. What's going on?
This is getting
making sure his knees are covered by his knee pads. They have now taken
this
the
is
center
the state semifinal games. I don't care for either team. You're overstepping your bounds here. I understand everyone to follow the rules, but
come on.
Come on.
Let's play some football. Jeez, oh, please. 2nd down and 27 now for the Tigers, back to their own 39-yard line. In the pistol, Crenshaw looks, tries to take it across the middle, and he does, but he gets caught from behind and taken down by big number 99, Eric Phillips, at the 45-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, the Cardinals are doing all sorts of weird things with substitutions and formations, trying to show something different to the Tigers. We've seen Eric Phillips line up a defensive tackle like he did on that play. We've seen Jalen Thomas and Pace and Phillips switch around the linebacker spots. We've seen Mike Best play nose guard. They're doing lots of defensive formations that we haven't seen all week. And now Sincere Jones will have to come out for a play.
He's making his way off the field. It's 3rd down and 21. Deshaun Pace and Jacari.
Wait, the referees made Sincere get off the field, but they have to allow him a substitution. So Colerain's going to have to burn a timeout. Sincere's helmet wasn't snapped.
Who knows? How do you know that? How can you tell by
the he was doing this to his helmet.
He was looking at the coach and pointing to his helmet. He took me off, but they have to allow him. If the referees make a kid leave the field, they have to give the team opportunity to substitution. So Colerain has to burn a timeout.
Because Central's so fast to the line?
Because the referees are worried about people tying their shoes.
It's a little ridiculous. I'm not going to.
It's great. It's for the kids. It's safety. I understand that.
I get it, but we played 13 weeks of football. We've never seen this.
We've played 13 years of football. We haven't seen this.
I can't remember back that far, but yeah.
We've played more than 13 years of football.
Oh, I know. keeping it simple.
So 7:02 remaining here. Game reset. 7:02 remaining here in the first half. Colerain leading 7-0.
The cool thing is we get to see J.J. Davis play corner now.
How many times have we had the ball? Twice?
3 times.
Have we had it
Twice?
3 times? I think only twice.
Just
we had
twice.
The punt and then the touchdown.
Yeah, that's it. Twice.
So we've only had the ball twice in this first half. Not a surprise. Pickerington Central is a team that is going to control the football. They are not a high-scoring team, and they want to keep you from scoring a lot of points. Last week, Colerain only had 14 at halftime against Elder before exploding in the second half. But this is going to be a tight game all the way through. This is going to be a hard-fought victory if there is one to be had. 3rd down and 21. Crenshaw drops back, looks to pass. He's got some pressure up the middle. What a great push up the middle. There's a pass across the middle, and it is incomplete. Ball short of Deshaun Pace, who was almost in a position to intercept. It'll be 4th down and 21.
Look,
the Tigers will be forced to punt.
Crenshaw had his man open, but Ivan Pace delivers a blow that affects the throw, and it falls incomplete.
Was that
down.
Ivan coming up the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just did a 3-man rush with the defensive line. Ivan Pace on a late blitz. More of a read to see what the quarterback's going to do and then pick the hole.
What he's doing is wherever Crenshaw kind of steps up from the rest of the pressure, he kind of occupying the space, and that's what he did there.
Sincere Jones with the wind
Kind
towards
of in
him
his,
this time.
Yeah, kind of in his face.
To set up at about the 15.
There's a punt. It's going to come down right to him. He calls it fair catch and catches it. But whistle's blown. Whistle's blown. Fair catches and picks it up. I guess they're going to mark it at the 15-yard line. Exactly where it started.
He can't advance it after the fair catch is made.
But he did the right thing. Just
Well, the Cardinals' last drive started on the 15. This drive will start on the 15.
Love to see them. Now, they will get the ball to start the second half. And again, for those of you listening at home, you know our routine. We'll step away during halftime to get, I guess, the one other Division I score.
There's one other score. There's not a lot of scores left to report, Chris.
Which we're very excited about. We'll get that score from the other Division I semifinal between Lakewood St. Edward and Olentangy Liberty, and it also gets stats from the first half.
We'll see what Deontay does here. J.J. Davis and Sincere played a little offense. Deontay Smith-Moore has been on the bench for a pretty long time.
Yep, so they're going to probably ease right into this. Let's see what Deontay's got for the Tiger defense. He takes the ball now, hands it on a sweep to J.J. Davis, who cuts it back up across the middle. And unlike last year, the Tigers stopped him on this time.
Yeah, relying really heavily on their tackles to take away that veer option on the outside. They are outside linebackers taking away the edge. Colerain's going to have success. It's going to have to be up the middle, but a really daunting task with this big defensive line. And they've got the big defensive end, 24. They've got Dwayne Carter playing nose tackle.
Yeah, they want to do everything they can to stop the middle and go up against the smaller offensive line. There's a handoff once again. This time it's to, I believe, Ivan Pace, and he's going to get tackled for, I think, maybe a 1-yard loss.
Deontay Smith-Moore is kind of shaken. He wanted that ball back. They overplayed Ivan Pace on that one. He tried to take it out, wrestled with it, but does the smart thing.
They're going to mark it 3rd and 7, so maybe he picked up a yard on the play. Need to get to the 25-yard line, currently sitting at the 19 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, so third down and 7.
A long 6, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Back in the I formation. Deontay Smith-Moore under center, drops back, looks to pass, throws it across the middle. It's caught. Tackle missed. 23. J.J. Davis spins out of a tackle, spins out of another tackle, takes it all the way out to midfield. It's a first down for the Cardinals.
Nothing fancy, just straight up play action. The play is called slot up because both of the guys on the side of the field are just going straight up the field. And they hit J.J. Davis on the inside route. And he catches it, breaks one tackle, and gets it to midfield.
You know, he showed great athleticism there. He's not just fast; it's that start and stop.
Yeah.
You know,
he spun right out of the tackle.
Yeah, right out of Tyler Williams. He kind of gives them the hip, spins right out of that, but a big third down conversion.
I think they've already stopped them more in this drive than they stopped them all last year. Under center is Deontay Smith-Moore, J.J. Davis in motion. There's the handoff to Ivan Pace Jr., stays on his feet, bowling through people, picks up another Cardinal first down to the 37-yard line.
And after almost 2 years of it, Coach Bolden has really kind of figured out how to manage Ivan going both ways. He started the drive on the bench, had Hamza and a fullback. We've seen him substitute with Jalen Thomas and Eric Phillips on the defensive side, and he's got a fresh set of legs here to plow for.
And how many games this year did Ivan Pace not even play in the second half because of running clock?
Well, 11 straight.
Well, you give credit to Bolden. We always do, but the depth this time with Jalen Thomas playing this year,
First down and
really
10.
helps them out on defense.
First down and 10 at the Tiger 37-yard line. There's a handoff once again to Ivan Pace Jr. He's going to take it. He's going to get himself back to the original line of scrimmage.
He'll get a yard.
And I think that one's on Deontay.
Yeah.
He tried to switch the play, but he was running low on the play clock, so he rushed the play he rushed the motion before the Cardinals were set.
Right, there's a
so
penalty.
That's what I'm getting
okay.
to.
All right.
Let me finish.
All right.
They rushed the motion before the Cardinals were set, so it'll be an illegal motion on the Cardinals. It'll be 1st and 15.
1st and 15. You change it up a little bit here, maybe go a little shotgun formation, spread them out, quarterback draw. Nope. We do what we do. Back to the traditional wing formation.
Traditional wing formation. Ivan Pace in the backfield. Deontay Smith-Moore in the center. Takes the ball, fakes the handoff, keeps himself, makes 3 guys miss, takes it out past the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on that run. It's tough running against this team. There's no doubt about it. They play a sound, fundamental, physical style of football.
Well, you know, we talk about their defensive line, great size at linebacker, too, and they've got everybody in the box.
Tigers got a little lucky there on the hand to Deontay Smith-Moore. He got the side of the helmet, not the face mask. Could have been a change of play there.
Yeah, we heard some of the fans yelling for the face mask, but he kind of got to the side of the helmet. You're absolutely correct.
Yes, I was.
2nd down and 12, ball at the 39-yard line. Cardinals need a big play here on 2nd down. Drops back, fakes the pitch, throws it across the middle of the field. It is caught, taken down to the 25. J.J. Davis still on his feet, gets tackled, but not till he gets all the way down to the 23-yard line for another Cardinal first down.
And we talked about it last week when Deontay Smith-Moore threw that beautiful touchdown pass to Sincere Jones. And the first thing Coach Rod, one of the offensive coaches, quarterback coach here at Colerain, came to us and he said, the perfect thing about that play was Deontay went through his entire progression until he got to Sincere Jones. This time we see it here. He wants to get Ivan Pace kind of slipping out of the backfield on the play action. He's held up, not there. Deontay Smith was putting pressure, sits back, plants his foot, and finds J.J. Davis in the middle of the field for the first down.
Sitting at the Tiger 23-yard line now, under 3 minutes to play. 2 timeouts for the Cardinals. Deontay Smith-Moore takes it, fakes it, pitches it down to Sincere Jones, who's got it wide. He's on his feet. He gets down inside the 10-yard line for another Cardinal first down.
Give credit to this offensive line, the 3-headed monster, the triple option. We see the pitch man, Sincere Jones, going right behind Will Coleman, Quasi Jones, Ace Aaron Swinner, Brian Beavers, T.J. Ganella, and Elijah Ford.
Sometimes your best defense is a good offense, and the best way not to see Demetri Crenshaw on the field is to keep their defense on the field. And
the thing about that play, too, Deontay Smith-Moore went to start to put it into his arm, just keep it himself. Quarterback collapsed. He got a quick pitch out to Jones, who found the space.
So Ivan Pace Jr. right behind him again. Double wing formation. J.J. Davis in motion. There's the handoff to Ivan. He's going to take it inside the 5-yard line, still on his feet. It's going to be 2nd down and goal for the Cardinals, inside or right at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, just going to be right inside the 5 at the 4.5.
No pressure here at all to rush. 2.5 minutes left to go in the half.
And
up 7-0.
Here come the big boys. Eric Phillips, Luke Bolden in, J.J. Davis.
I like to call it the heavy package.
Freddie Johnson check out.
The big cats? We don't know. We never really got the...
Well, they're Cardinals. They're not cats.
So here we go. 2nd down and goal. Ivan Pace in the backfield. Deontay Smith-Moore keeps it, looking for some room. Tucks it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Deontay Smith-Moore for 6.
And again, the Tigers think they have him. They have him set up. He's got a wall of defenders coming from his outside, but he takes one step inside. The blockers are there, and he goes and falls untouched into the end zone for 6 points.
Yeah, the patience of Deontay Smith-Moore had all those bodies in front of him, and I think they were looking for the fullback again. But he just needs a crease. But great patience showed right there, so extra point. Pending.
And Brandon on the call. I don't want to step on him.
Not the snap is back, hold is down, kick it. Good, and with 2:06 to play in the first half, it's your Colerain Cardinals 14, the Tigers of Central 0.
That touchdown brought to you by the Colerain Booster sponsors for 2018-2019. Queen City Running, Valley Metalworks, CAI Insurance, Oxford Blood Center, Cincinnati Police Credit Union, State Farm Insurance, Shock Tile and Carpet, Skyline Chili, Boating Realtors, Underground Sports Shop, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, Meyer, Joe Capel Lawn and Landscape, Midwest Stonescapes, Paul Young Funeral Home, NovaCare, La Rosa's, Northgate Ford. Game On Sports Bar, Life Touch, Fast Signs, Arab Pest Control, Plato's Closet, Supercuts, Langen Meats, Quaker Steak and Lube, Joseph Toyota Cincinnati, Northwest Association of Educators, Friendship Baptist Church, and Longshaper. Thank you, our corporate sponsors.
Interesting almost stat here in just a minute. Mangold's got the ball lined up on the 40, getting ready to...
He'll be kicking into the wind.
Yep.
And they'll just punch it into the air.
Yep. Caught just inside the 30. Makes a man miss, does Pickerington Central, but gets taken out of bounds. But not until he gets all the way up to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, I don't...
where Pickerington will have it.
Yeah, I don't think that he actually... He went to pooch it, but I think he actually wanted to go a little bit farther.
Do you think he was trying to maybe get it over his head?
He was trying to get a little bit. There's a little bit of gap between the second line of blockers and the deep guys, and I think the little bit of wind, he didn't get enough of it. So Pickerington Central will take over with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left till halftime, down 14-0 at their own 36.
They have just one timeout.
Ball
for the 4.
Yep. Snap is back to Crenshaw. He takes it, and he's going to get sacked and bowled under all the way back at the 20. Fumbled the snap, tried to pick it up and tried to find some room, and he found nothing but 4 Cardinals in his face.
And now they got to see with this down and distance, you got to think maybe the Cardinals will start going to use their timeouts. And Bolton's getting close to the referee thinking about it. They have two of their own,
yes.
So they might use them here later on.
So that is a huge sack for the Cardinal defense.
All the way back to the 25. He bobbled the snap, but it looked like he got it, but couldn't really get
Didn't get
off the ground. Couldn't get a handle on it to try to throw it out of bounds. And
so they've got it marked, I think, right at the 25-yard line. So second down and 22. Yes. There's a hand. Oh, no, he's going to keep it himself, does Crenshaw, which is a smart thing to do. They just want to try and run the ball and run out the clock. Force Colerain to use their timeout.
There it goes right there. Colerain wanting the ball back. They've got a couple timeouts left.
Interesting note to share. We're just taking a look over our shoulders at our great stat guys. Nick and Mitch are here for Colerain Stats. You can follow them on Twitter.
Nick Ray and Mitch Wilcox.
Nick Ray and Mitch Wilcox. Our Colerain stat guys who are the best in the biz, no doubt about it.
The most accurate stat guys in the GMC.
Well, maybe in the whole city, quite frankly.
Maybe in the state. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say nation. I'm just gonna put it out there. Best stat guys in the nation. You can follow them on Twitter at Colerain Stats.
Well, we do know Mitch is the best son-in-law.
Looked over their shoulder, and coming into this game, Deontay Smith-Moore needed 49 yards passing to hit 1,000 for the season. That's right. A Colerain quarterback is on the verge of hitting 1,000 passing yards on the season. So far, he's got 47. He is 2 yards shy.
I'll tell you, there's one man above everyone else that wants it, and it's Coach Rod who wants that. He's a young man to get it.
And I can assure you, if Coach Rod does not ask during halftime, it's because he already knows how many passing yards Deontay's got. We'd love to have a quarterback that can run for 1,000 and pass for 1,000, in addition to his 18 touchdown passes.
5 wide for the Tigers.
Third down and 15, their own 32-yard line. Snap is back. Crenshaw drops back, looks to pass. Can't find anybody. Still got it. And he's taken down. Another sack for the Colerain defense.
That's a coverage stack down there. He had plenty of time looking downfield. Colerain drops an extra linebacker, but they are covered. Crenshaw's got nowhere to throw the ball, and he had plenty of time. He had 8 seconds back there. Mason Hill, we showed him not the biggest defensive line here on the Colerain team, but very, very persistent in his pursuit.
And the thing about this is, we've seen it earlier in the game, Crenshaw's head tackler has just bounced kind of off him. He's a big, strong kid. Mason Hill went straight for the leg, brought him down, and basically as Crenshaw starts to not really throw, but kind of cock to put it into place, his legs just go right out from under him, and it's Mason Hill bringing him down at the 22-yard line.
So Colerain does call a timeout, their final one of the half, but they preserve a full minute and 1 second on the clock, and they're going to get the ball back in good field position.
Curious what
see if they can do something.
Curious what Colerain can do right here. The Pickerington Central kicker takes a lot of time to get off the ball. Don't know if do you go for the block here. They've got 2 men back, J.J. Davis and Sincere Jones, back this time for the return.
That's a good observation, Brian. He does take a while. Let's see on the punt what they decide to do. They haven't rushed him yet. There's a little bit of pressure up the middle. Not that much, though. Oh, one guy almost got there. Got the punt off. Takes J.J. back a little bit. He's going to touch it, and it's going to go out of bounds.
I tell you what, I don't know if, the wind is blowing that direction. Yeah. The punters struggle all the time, and this time he really boomed it right over J.J.'s head. They had 2 guys back, but outkicked them both.
Yeah, and they're going to end up taking it inside the 20-yard line. So that's going to limit a little bit of what they can do now with 53 seconds left on the clock. still like to see some interesting play calls here. I mean, you do have a 14-0 lead, but at the same point, you don't want to do anything ridiculous, getting the ball back to start the second half.
As Coach Bowden says, we're going to do what we do. You got a 2-4 lead.
Maybe you break a play, right?
And you're getting the ball coming out of halftime. So
it's like you guys are an echo of each other.
You might show him something different
Sometimes
right here.
you wonder if he's even listening to us.
Oh, look at this. They're going to really mix it up right here.
Deontay Smith-Moore in a quarterback.
I formation.
Well, Deontay was getting the play. It did almost look like they were running a weird formation.
2 wide receivers split wide to the left. Fakes the handoff to Deontay. Stays on his feet. Takes it back up the middle. Still on his feet. Get hit by 3 Pickerington Central Tigers. Still on his feet. Gets it out to about the 24-yard line.
We'll see the sense of urgency here, and there isn't one.
Yep, second down. Clock is running. Yeah, they're going to run and see if they can break something, and maybe if they do, they'll score. If not, they're perfectly content to go into halftime.
It'd be a really good play to go play action. I know that much.
They have one. They do have to
really
run one play.
Good time to run play action. Maybe a fake punt.
And that's what they're going to do. Maybe if that punt had not been, I'm not even going to respond to that. Under center, Deontay takes some more now. It's a counter. And hit in the backfield is Sincere Jones.
J.J. Davis.
Or J.J. Davis, excuse me. He's going to get actually tackled for about a 1-yard loss. But that will be the final play of the first half, where your Colerain Cardinals will take a 14-0 lead over the defending Division I state champion Pickerington Central Tigers into the locker room. We're going to take a break, step away, get ourselves refreshed a little bit, and we'll come back with 5 minutes left on the clock to go over stats and score from around the state. Thanks for tuning in.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Colerain High School, the Colerain Cardinals Marching Band. Cardinal Marching Band next song was released by Chicago as a single in June of that same year, climbing to number 4 in the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart and number 7 on the UK singles chart. The song was moved from 64 to Billboard Hot 100 the week of September 19th. Here is 25 or 64. With Cardinal Nation's favorite song, the Colerain Fight Song. With assistant directors Blake Greenwood and Kyle Hudson. Also assisting the band are John Boyce, Josh Strange, Amanda Morris, and Brittany Stover. Thank you for being a great audience tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Rose Bowl Parade Bound Marching Tigers. and the bleacher seats are warm. Enjoy our version of Brand New Day from the hit musical, The Wiz. The next stand tune will be performed by the combined Pickerington band at the OSU versus U of M Skull session tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Enjoy our upbeat version of We Got the Beat. The old saying goes, you should save the best for last, even if it means performing your Rose Parade Bandfest opener as your closer at a playoff football game. This might be confusing and slightly trivial, however, there is no confusing the quality music of Ohio native Ryan Nowlin. Arranged by dear friend and Ohioan James Smirgan, here it is, an American heritage. If you want to help the Marching Tigers get to Pasadena next month, visit PickeringtonRoseParade.com and sign up to win a brand new 2018 Jeep Cherokee. Again, that's PickeringtonRoseParade.com and sign up to win a brand new 2018 Jeep Cherokee. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. We look forward to an exciting second half. Go Tigers!
And we are back with stats here at halftime as your Colerain Cardinals lead the Central Tigers 14-0 in the game so far. Again, Cardinals 14, Tigers 0. Cardinals have 10 first downs to Central 6. Central Tigers have Central has 43 yards, 27 plays, just 52 yards for the Tigers. One punt return for Central for 11 yards. No returns for the Colerain Cardinals. One punt for the Cardinals for 50 yards, and a fantastic play by Lawson Sandusky. 4 punts by the Central Tigers for an average of 39 yards. 4 penalties on the Cardinals for 40 yards. 5 penalties on the Tigers for 46 yards. Time of possession pretty even. 12 minutes, 29 seconds for the Cardinals. 11 minutes, 31 seconds for the Pickerington Central Tigers. Individual stats, Ivan Pace leads all rushers with 58 yards on 12 carries, 4.8 per carry. Deontay Smith-Moore, 10 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown, 4.3 yards a carry for him. Sincere Jones, 2 runs, 20 yards, 10-yard average. J.J. Davis, 2 attempts for no yards. For Central rushing, Lorenzo Stiles Jr. has 1 carry for 9 yards. He's our leading rusher with 9 yards. Jameer Jackson, 4 carries, 5 yards. Dwayne Carter, 1 carry, 3 yards. And Syrian Smith, 2 carries for -3 yards. Passing for the Cardinals, Deontay Smith-Moore is 2 of 3 for 47 yards. With a long of 31, Demetri Crenshaw is 7 of 10 for 43 yards, a long of just 14. J.J. Davis with both catches for the Cardinals. He has 47 yards. Jameer Jackson has 2 catches for 16 yards. Lorenzo Stiles, 2 catches for 8 yards. Keaton Mittendorf, a catch for 11. And Jaquan Crawford, a catch for 6 yards for the Tigers. Lawson Sandusky with 1 punt for 50 yards, netted inside the 20-yard line. Justin Maynard, 4 kicks for an average of 39, 3 of them inside the 20-yard line. He had a long of 60 on 1 of them. No returns for the Cardinals punt-wise. Lorenzo Stiles with 1 punt return for 9 yards for the Tigers.
Scoring play.
Defensively, Mike Best leads the Cardinals with 6 total tackles and a half sack and a tackle for loss. Luke Bolden with 5 tackles and a tackle for loss. Deshaun Pace with 4 tackles, and Eric Phillips with 4 tackles, a half sack, and 2 for loss. Tom Marasco with 6 tackles for the Tigers. Ty Hamilton with 6 tackles for the Tigers. Carter Johnson with 5, and C.C. Gordon with 4. Your scoring summary, your Colerain Cardinals started the scoring at the 5:28 mark of the first quarter with Ivan Pace taking the ball off for a 2-yard touchdown run, capping a 11-play, 51-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The score was 7-0. And then the 2 minutes to play in the first half, Deontay Smith-Moore on a 4-yard keeper capped a 10-play, 84-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Extra point was good. And at halftime, it's 14-0, Colerain Cardinals.
Yeah, a couple big key plays we've seen through that half. You said Los Sandusky. The snap over his head deep in, he picked it up at about the own 15-yard line and flipped the field, kicking it, and Pickerington ended up, instead of having it at the Colerain 15, they hit it at their own 20. Big field position. And Deontay Smith-Moore, you said just 2 completions, but both of those were big third down conversions. One to get them out of their own end zone or one of their own zone, and one down further that set up the score. So it's big plays, it's offense, it's defense. It's the defense's game now, and a pitch and a shutout, but still, we've seen what this Pickerington Central team can do in the second half of games. We saw it last week, but special teams clicking so far. Colerain Cardinal putting a complete game together. Just got to finish it up.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what they're going to need to do the rest of the way is finish it up, and they have not turned the ball over. Both teams have had their fair share of penalties either way. Some of the ticky-tack variety, some of just being over-physical, over-excited variety. Can't complain too much about that. You just have to know that each team is going to do whatever they need to do to adjust in the second half. Jay Sherritt, the head coach of the Tigers, is a very good coach. This is, again, a very well-accomplished program. I don't think folks in the Cincinnati area really know everything that Pick Central has done. I mean, they've won 3 consecutive Region 3 championships, which I don't remember the last Cincinnati team to win 3 in a row in Cincinnati now. I will caveat by saying that there are no large Catholic school powers in Region 3. However, winning 3 regional titles in a row is still impressive.
And this year got a lot harder because a lot of those Dayton schools that have been traditionally grouped in Region 4
yes, sir,
were sort of grouped more with sort of the Southern Columbus schools. So it made their path much more difficult than it had been years past.
Specifically, Huber Heights Wayne.
Huber Heights Wayne, Clayton Northmont, Miamisburg all got put up into that area.
Dayton Wayne.
Huber Heights
Dayton
Wayne.
Yeah, Dayton Wayne got
moved up into Region 3. So it has been an impressive run for these Tigers getting to this point.
Couple score updates from elsewhere. Again, it's the state semifinals, not a lot of other games going on.
Very few, in fact.
We'll start in the Division 2-way. Archbishop Hoban leads Avon 21-0 in one state semifinal in Division 2. In the other one, it was 13-0, but a late pick 6 by Maslin missed the extra point. Maslin leads Winton Woods 19-10 in their Division 2 semifinal. In the other semifinal, where the winner of this game will meet the winner of that game, the St. Edward's Eagles lead the Olentangy Liberty Patriots 21-9 at halftime. So again, Cardinals won the opening toss. They deferred their choice to the second half, and as expected, they chose to get the ball.
They chose to get the ball, and they'll have the wind into their face to start this third quarter.
Yeah, there's no flags on top of the goalpost.
No, there's flags.
Are they on top of the goalpost?
They're just
they're very small.
They're just very small and black.
And black, you can't see
blackish, maybe a dark blue. You just can't. You can barely see them against the backdrop here in the stadium.
There you go. So J.J. Davis and Sincere Jones back at their own 5-yard line. Thanks again for tuning in to WeAreColerain.com's presentation of Colerain Cardinal varsity football here in the Ohio High School Athletic Association Division I state semifinal matchup between the 13-0 Colerain Cardinals and the 11-2 Pickerington Central Tigers. Cardinals up 14-0 as we get ready to go for the second half. Ball lined up at the 40-yard line.
Drew Bookman, your kicker.
Approaches the ball, gets his foot underneath it, and it's a high kick, definitely returnable. Lets it bounce into the end zone. Bounced at the 1-yard line, so good call by Sincere Jones to let that go into the end zone. The Cards will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And that was one he could have easily caught it, but he did the smart thing is that not taking any chances. He kind of let it fall, kind of watched it as it went, so it didn't take a weird bounce and let it roll
back.
Roll through the back of the end zone.
Along comes the Colerain offense, ironically, starting off basically where they finished off the first half, kind of deep in their own territory.
Except for that opening drive, they started every drive deep in Tigers territory.
So Deontay Smith-Moore, the senior captain under center, 24 more minutes. You can hold on to this lead or expand on it, get a chance to move on. Keeps the ball, Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. Well defensed by the Pickerington Central defense.
No gain. Cardinals tried to do a little different. They kind of line up the tight end in a wide receiver position, standing up, try to get them by formation there. And everyone stood home, and everyone was on their man. Deontay Smith-Moore does a good job. Just keeps it, falls forward, and gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Just some big defensive linemen, athletic defensive linemen for Pickerington Central.
Outside veer coming field side. Nope.
Deontay Smith-Moore hands it off to Ivan Pace Jr., and he is met in the backfield and driven backward. He's going to lose 1 yard on the play, so 2 plays net negative yards in total for the Colerain Cardinals. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Hey, he was folded up right there. He kind of was pushed back into the pile, and he's coming off limping a little bit. He is coming off under his own power, but very noticeable limping. Yeah, he got hit high and low, and then kind of kept pushing him over the players on the ground. So hopefully everything stings a little bit more when it's cold outside. Not really cold, but just enough. He doesn't want to go to the training table, as we see on the side, but a tough man, but could be so 3rd down and 11 here.
J.J. Davis in motion. Deontay Smith-Moore drops back to pass, and he is hit and sacked. So Pickerington Central defensively doing everything they want to do on this opening series for the Cardinals. They'll be forced to punt as Deontay Smith-Moore is taken down back at the 14-yard line. Net negative 6 yards on that opening series for the Cardinals. Slow start. And always difficult when you lose your starting fullback, Ivan Pace Jr., who kind of came out there, and he's making his way over to the table now. Not putting any weight on that foot at all. This is not a good sign.
So Lawson Sandusky is kicking from the shadow of his own end zone. This time the snap is good. Kick is off.
Caught at the 45, taken up to the 40. Great return by Pickerington Central. Stiff arm and falls down just before the 20-yard line. But a great return for Lorenzo Stiles Jr., who takes it all the way down to the Colerain 22-yard line. And that's where Pickerington Central will set up 1st and 10. 22 yards away from pay dirt.
And Lawson Sandusky doesn't kick it very high. He gets kind of that rugby-style kick. It gets low. And what Central does here is they basically put 2 returners, but 1 deep and 1 short. And the ball is kicked hard, but not very high. And Stiles is able to catch it short and find some space down to the 22.
Ivan Pace on the sidelines. A little bit of switching around on the defense now. Jalen Thomas in on the end. Crenshaw takes it, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Takes it back up the middle, lowers his head.
And that's going to be holding on the outside, 31. That play's coming back. Carter Johnson playing a little tight end right there, your defensive tackle. Going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So big break there for the Cardinals on defense.
Well, did you see what they did there on offense to that formation? They brought both their defensive tackles in to play tight end and really had nobody back. They just went huge up front. Looks like they just want to go power right at this Colerain Cardinal defense with Ivan Pace on the sidelines right now.
They like to use formations and slip play action, use a max protect, slip one guy out of the pattern and try to catch a defense of overcommitting.
So 1st down and 16 now. There's the handoff to Jackson across the middle. He's taken down after about a 2-yard gain. Tried to cut it back up inside. Not much there.
Defensive line does a good job at the point of attack, and Mike Best, the sophomore, fills the hole and makes the stop.
The Colerain defense has done a great job all year, really being the driving force behind their success, and they're being asked to do it one more time here. This is going to be 2nd down and 13, ball back at the Colerain 25-yard line. Pickerington Central looking to get their first points on the board.
They've gone to 5 wide receivers, just Crenshaw back in the shotgun formation.
Yeah, look for another pass in the flat here. There's Besson coming out to coverage. He's going to roll, he's going to roll, he's going to get some pressure on him. And there's Mike Best, wraps him up and throws it out of bounds.
That's intentional grounding.
No, he's got 8 right there.
Yep, he threw it out of bounds.
Okay. He's got 8 right there.
Heavy pressure by Mike Best caused that, so the sophomore linebacker doing a great job forcing that throw out of bounds, and it's going to be 3rd down and 13.
Well, you got to give the defensive back credit on that one, too. Good coverage, nowhere to throw. As I said, he throws out of bounds. The purple jerseys on the sidelines along with the bench here, I lost number 8.
Well, he couldn't throw it to 8 on the sidelines because basically 8 is patterned and run himself out of bounds.
This whole series taking place with star linebacker Ivan Pace Jr. on the sideline getting his left ankle taped up after that last series on offense. Big 3rd down for the defense here. Snap is back to Crenshaw. He hands it off to number 5, who takes it. He's going to try and get the first down. He's not going to get anywhere close. Gets just inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
Curious down 2 scores. They've got a quality kicker. Kind of a long 4th down and 6, and it looks like they are going to bring the kicking team out.
Closer to 4th down and 7, closer to almost 4th down and 8. At the 19, it'll be 17 plus 19, a 26-yard field goal attempt. No, 36-yard field goal attempt.
Number 8 on the hold. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. It's long enough. And it is
wide left.
Wide left. The Colerain defense holds after a great return, and they will get the ball to start their second offensive series of the half. Still leading 14-0. Of course, because the ball went through the back of the end zone, the Cardinals will start off 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So the Cardinals started their first drive at the 49, their own 49. Since then, 15-yard line, 15-yard line, 20-yard line, 20-yard line.
Let's go! Oh!
Substitution in the ball game for Colerain at fullback.
Hamza Abdul-Wahid.
That's a very different look for the Colerain offense now. Ivan's still on the side now, getting his ankles taped up. Excuse me, it was his right ankle getting taped up. Deontay Smith-Moore fakes the pitch, keeps himself, cuts it back up the middle. And it's just tough sledding against that big defensive line. But he's going to pick up 4 yards on that carry.
He does the right thing. He takes it, boxes it again. Central thinks they have it again by the blocking scheme. He cuts it right up underneath the defense before it can attack and picks up positive yards.
7:34 left to go here in the third quarter. Colerain up 14-0. Again, I called it beforehand. The streak of running clocks comes to an end today, but that's perfectly fine. The win is what's most important, and Colerain needs to get the yards they need, 3 to 4 yards at a time, eat up the clock. Deontay Smith-Moore once again fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He's going to pick up, I think, maybe 2 yards on the play, up to the 25-yard line, maybe 1 yard.
The 3rd and 5. They started the 20, and they'll need to get to the 30.
I've only seen one counter and only one speed
It got
pick.
blown up. Both of them got blown up. They're outside linebackers. They're using those big defensive tackles to really stop the run off guard.
Yeah, they're taking
one middle linebacker. They're taking away the off tackle play.
Yeah, Carter Johnson is normally an interior guy. They're using him more on the end to try to contain the Cardinal defense or Cardinal offense.
See the one going to TCU?
Handoff
Right up the middle.
Hamza Abdul-Wahid, 1st down and more.
You take away the tackles, but you know what? That leaves your middle linebacker one-on-one. Hamza Abdul-Wahid comes in the ball game, and he doesn't give you the size of an Ivan Pace, but what he does is he hits the hole quickly. That first step, it's bang, and that's all you need, and it's a big play by the backup.
And it's the exact same play, except the other way. Deontay should have given it to him that time, and they knew they had that fullback dive there on that midline. This time it works on 3rd down for the 1st down.
The 1st down and 10 now at their own 42-yard line. J.J. Davis in motion. The handoff to Hamza Abdul-Wahid again. He's going to take it and pick up positive yards. Give him 2, it's maybe 3 on that carry.
He's going to get 3. He rolled off of that initial tackle.
I tell you, Colerain's got another player holding his hands. I believe that was your tight end. Is that him?
Is that Elijah Ford?
Elijah Ford.
Ivan Pace Jr. is back in the game. Elijah Ford is staying in there. He's trying to shake it off, but he seems to be in a lot of pain. He's staying in there as long as he can block.
Yeah, he started the year as a linebacker. They found a spot for him on tight end.
So Ivan Pace Jr. back in at fullback. Got the clear to play. Fakes the. Oh no, he took the ball. He got tackled immediately.
Late flag behind the play.
I don't know what that is. Chop block on the Cardinals.
Elijah Ford still holding his hand. You know, I admire his moxie and wanting to play, but if it deters your play on the field.
Yeah, he's you see how he's on the back side of the team so the coaches can't see him? That's a 15-yard penalty against the Cardinals for chop block. That's a huge penalty on what was 2nd down and about 8. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 23. They're all the way back to the 26-yard line.
Need to get past midfield. Probably going to be a little longer than that. They need to get, if they're at the 26.
Yeah, they've got to get all the way down to about the 48. Yeah, you're right. Just
the
past
48
midfield.
of Central.
Yep.
2nd and 26 from the 26.
Back to the I formation. Freddie Johnson split out wide.
There's a fake handoff. Ivan Pace Jr. There's a pitch wide. Sincere Jones has got it. He's made some moves, making people miss. He's going to take it all the way up to the 35-yard line. So 9-yard run for Sincere Jones on that 2nd down. Unfortunately, it puts him in a really bad spot still. 3rd down and a long way to go.
Officially 7 on the carry.
It must have stepped out of bounds, yep. So it's now 3rd and 19.
Probably a good spot to run the option.
Elijah Ford has not let go of his hand. The offense sputtering here a little bit against, again, a very good Pick Central defense. Deontay Smith-Moore rolls, and there's a pitch out to J.J. Davis. Makes a few people miss. He's still on his feet. He's not going to get enough for the 1st down, but he's going to get it out close to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, just past the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that 15-yard chop block really killed that drive.
Actually, to the original line of scrimmage at the 42. Brings on Lawson Sandusky and the punting team. Quan Crawford, Lorenzo Stiles, both dangerous.
Big
return man.
Big return last time for the Tigers.
Is it me or is Lawson Sandusky a little bit deeper than normal?
He might be a little deeper than normal, and that's a great snap back. He's got it, and he gets the punt off, but it gets blocked and gets picked up at the 50-yard line. And there's number 7 who's got it, and he takes it into Colerain territory, but it gets taken down right at the 41. So effectively a net 0 punt for Lawson Sandusky, and here's the flag.
That's probably a sideline warning.
Jason Betts on the return, one of the leading tacklers for Pick Central on defense.
Yeah, it's good.
Sideline warning. Colerain.
Yeah, Colerain. It was a sideline warning from the Colerain side. Doesn't affect the play, doesn't affect the outcome of the ball, but
Cardinals again giving a short field to the Tigers.
Yep, they'll have the ball at the Cardinal 41-yard line.
Yeah.
Under 4 minutes to go. Colerain still up 14-0, but they're getting pressured here in the 2nd half by a determined Tiger team and junior quarterback Demetric Crenshaw.
yeah, Ivan Pace is back in the ball game playing defense too.
He gets some push off the edge. Crenshaw takes it and runs right to that side. He's going to pick up positive yards and get outside all the way down to about the 30-yard line. He's going to have enough for the 1st down.
This is what we hadn't seen a lot of that we saw last year, just the quarterback draw. They spread out the defense with extra wide receivers, and he directly takes the snap, delays, and goes right off tackle.
Central 1st down at the Cardinal 29.
Two wide receivers split wide to the right. Single set back. Right behind Crenshaw. A little bit closer to the line now. 5 yards off. Takes the ball. Fakes the handoff. Keeps himself. And runs it right in the middle. He gets behind that big offensive line. Takes it down to the 26-yard line.
3-yard gain. And they kind of showed read option there, but he kind of just, there was no hole for Crenshaw. He kind of just put his shoulder down in the back of his offensive line and just pushed forward for as many yards as he could get.
Well, and to your point, Brian, this is what we saw a lot of him do last year. And I suspect we'll see a lot more of it this time. So one wide receiver split wide left and wide right. Under center now is Crenshaw. Takes it, drops back, does a counter, hands it off to number 22.
Nothing.
Yep, not much there at all. He's going to pick up maybe 2 yards on the play, so it'll be about 3rd and, we'll call it 3rd and 5.
Just one.
So the Colerain defense is holding here. It's been on the field a lot this half. 3rd down and 5 down to the 24-yard line.
Okay, how about this Colerain crowd on this side? Probably the loudest we've heard them all year at this point.
Yeah, they came out in droves tonight to support these Cardinals. Kudos to them, and they're up on their feet defensively. Snap is back to Crenshaw. He takes it, hands it off to Jackson, who tries to get around the side. Eric Phillips is upset, saying that he got held. No flag on the play. It's going to be enough for the first down.
If he's got his hands on the inside, there's no holding, and the referee deemed his hands on the inside. He gets the edge down to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, what a battle on that outside. Eric Phillips, the UC signee, 6'4", 290 pounds, against the big lifting outside linebacker. We've seen him play tight end, Dwayne Carter, 6'4", 285. Carter wins the battle there. First down.
First down and 10. Ball sitting on the 13-yard line. The Tigers can pick up a first down without needing to score. Crenshaw takes it, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, goes around the end, makes 2 or 3 guys miss, stays on his feet, gets it inside the 5-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down. See where they mark it.
It's a big series. The Cardinals have several goal line stands this year, but this is the first time they've seen Demetri Crenshaw.
Yeah, they haven't seen a quarterback with the strength and the speed that Crenshaw has.
So first and goal from the 3. Let's go, defense!
They've gone really big on the left side, both defensive tackles.
Yeah, they're using those guys heavily. Crenshaw under center, takes the ball, hands it off one more time to 5, who gets hit, and he's going to get tackled short of the goal line, right at the 2-yard line.
You know, that was almost too good a blocking out there. Both those the big defensive tackles kicked their mans out, which led a big hole, and it was filled. I wasn't sure who came up the middle. Might have been Ivan Pace, but they blocked the defensive end and defensive tackle so far off the ball and left plenty of room for the linebacker.
So second down and goal at the 2-yard line. Colerain holding on to a 14-0 lead. The Tigers trying to pull within a score to cut this lead in half. If they can score here, it'll make this a very interesting rest of the game. Crenshaw takes it, once again hands it off, and it is caught and taken into the end zone by the Tigers. I believe that's number 5 on the carry. There's some jawing over there. Referee's right there. Nothing else going on. Jameer Jackson on the carry. Touchdown for the Tigers. So they finally pierce through this vaunted Colerain defense. And again, it's difficult when you're given such a short field to try and defend. You don't have a whole lot of plays to try and stop them. The Colerain offense has got to kind of get their wheels back under them and find a way to move when they get this ball back.
Yeah, it was Jameer Jackson. He was met by a Bolden right there, but at the goal line, drives past him. Extra point, big at this point.
Snap is back. Kick is up. Kick is good, and it's 1:29 to play in the third quarter. It's the Colerain Cardinals holding on the lead, 14-7 over the Pickerington Central Tigers.
A lot of work, a lot of time left. It was Colerain with only 2 possessions. It's 1:29 left in this third quarter, still clinging to a 7-point lead.
Well, this is really where, again, the Cardinals offense, they've got to find a way to penetrate this Panthers defense and do what's necessary to score.
Again, you can reach us in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com. We got listening in the McQuarrie family, Dr. Death Ornella, and Bach Zarge.
Special thanks again to all of our Colerain boosters, both individual and corporate, who make this broadcast possible.
Come on, Colerain, answer that.
So Colerain back to return this kick.
J.J. Davis and Sear Jones back deep.
Really need to have an answer right here. All the momentum that entire quarter was controlled by Pickerington.
And they've done a good job trapping the Cardinals deep.
Gets his foot underneath it. It's a high pop kick. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line by Sincere Jones. He takes it up to the 15, trying to find some room to the 20. Makes 3 guys miss. Sincere Jones is impressive. He's only going to get out to the 25, but I think he made 4 guys miss on that. So,
well, the thing about it was he wanted to go right, but his momentum, he wanted to make a cut, and he ran right into J.J. Davis. So all that momentum was kind of slowed down. J.J. Davis saw his man was trying to make a block, but kind of got in the way. By the way, the Cardinals, with their best field position since the opening drive, that's at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, I know we always like to say we do what we do, but I wouldn't mind a pass right here. Soften up this defense. They are really cheating up front.
Well, I was just going to ask you fellas, what do you think they need to do to kind of get
they need to just do what they do.
Ivan Pace Jr. in at fullback, Sincere Jones, J.J. Davis. Fakes the handoff, and there's a pitch, and it's a pitch that hits the ground. Sincere Jones picks it up and takes it out of bounds, but it's going to be a loss. They are sending the house to try and stop this offense from doing anything on the edges.
Yeah, I don't know if we've got to change the count up. I know, though, it's a lot of rhythm in this offense, but that rhythm is being disrupted.
Loss of 5 to the 20-yard line will be 2nd and 15 for the Cardinals.
Something needs to change here because they've not done anything in the second half offensively. The Tigers defense putting on a clinic on how to stop this option. Under center, I formation. Deontay Smith-Moore takes it, hands it off over the middle. Ivan Pace has got it, stays on his feet, gets all the way out past the 30-yard line.
Gonna get it to the 32.
That's a big run for Ivan Pace Jr.
I tell you, the big man showed power and balance in that. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, and you're not going to get him down with an arm tackle. Spins out, picks up a couple extra, makes his third down a little bit more manageable.
This is it. That was a 12-yard run for Ivan Pace Jr. on second down. It's now 3rd and 3.
They need the 35. They're at the 32.
They've got to get this first down and keep this drive going. The defense needs a break. Under center. There's the handoff to Ivan Pace, and he hits the hole, and he gets enough for the first down. Drives out to the 39-yard line.
Not sure if they changed anything up the middle there, but something's opened it up between the guards. Ivan Pace
39-yard
powers for the first down. Needed the 36, got to 38.
Well, Ivan is clearly whatever was hampering him early. He got wrapped up. He got a break on offense and then a little bit on defense. And
that's also one of those
better.
plays where it's kind of almost scary when it happens to you. You get rolled up on like that. You kind of tense up, frightened, and maybe don't want to put as much pressure as you can on the injury.
There's the handoff once again to across the middle. Push on both sides, but I mean the Pickerington Central defensive line is winning that push. They're just bigger and stronger right now at this point in the game.
Well, 3 yards gained on that play.
Yeah, and that's the nature of this offense, right? We'll take 3 yards every time.
And on
especially
the final play of the third quarter,
Yep.
going into the fourth quarter, it's your Colerain Cardinals 14, the Tigers of Pickerington Central 7.
This broadcast and all broadcasts brought to you compliments of the Colerain corporate sponsors. Thanks once again to Longshaper, Friendship Baptist Church, Northwest Association of Educators, Joseph Toyota of Cincinnati, Quaker Steak and Lube, Langan Meats, Supercuts, Plato's Closet, Arab Pest Control, Fast Signs, Life Touch, Game On Sports, Northgate Ford, La Rosa's, NovaCare, Paul Young Funeral Home, Midwest Stonescapes, Joe Capel Lawn and Landscaping, Meyer, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, The Underground Sports Shop, Boating Realtors, Skyline Chili, Shock Tile and Carpet, State Farm Insurance, Cincinnati Police Credit Union, Hawksworth Blood Center, CAI Insurance, Valley Metalworks, and Queen City Running.
On behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Score update: Maslin now leads Wittenwood 26-10.
So the storied program, the Maslin Tigers.
And St. Edward's leads Liberty now 28-9.
One Division I final seemingly much easier for one team than the other one. This is a knockdown drag-out. It's often the case between Region 4 and Region 3 is you've just got some really, really good football played in the Columbus and Dayton and Cincinnati areas. And to be truthful and honest, in the Region 2 area, there aren't a whole lot of powerhouses. There are teams that are decent and definitely even better than that, good. But when you match those up against the Cleveland Powers, whether it be St. Edward or St. Ignatius or Mentor, they just don't have the depth and they don't have the athleticism usually to meet. And St. Edward, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, they lost their first 2 games of the year and haven't lost since.
They lost to Mentor, Cass Tech, and they lost to St. Ignatius.
Oh, that's right. And
in the last game of the season, played them in the first round of the playoffs and eventually lost.
Right. And they would tell you that they didn't show a whole lot in that Week 10 matchup with the expectation they might see them again.
Sure.
Yeah. The Holy War always means an awful lot up there, so I find that hard to believe. But
long TV timeout here as it gets ready for the play here in the fourth quarter.
Yep. Yeah, as a reminder, this game is being shown live on Spectrum. We ask you to stay here with us because we are tense and excited, and it has been a long time since the Cardinals were in a one-score affair going into the fourth quarter. But here we are, and you'd expect that. You'd expect that here in the state semifinals.
Well, it was week 2 since last time we didn't have a running clock in the fourth quarter.
That's right. So, and some people think, well, what does that do to this Cardinal team, to their mentality, their psyche?
Nothing.
They're so used to, Oh, I know it's not. I don't believe it does anything. I mean, look, you play, right? You go out there and you play. You focus on the next play in front of you.
Deontay Smith-Moore has 1 speed. Ivan Pace has 1 speed.
Right.
And that's 100% full on.
So 2nd down and 8 for the Cardinals. Ball at the 41-yard line. A pitch back.
Go get outside.
J.J. Davis has got it. He's going to make some guys miss. He's on his feet. Spins by number 6, Terry Samuel. Still on his feet. Takes it out of bounds. But not before he gets all the way down to the 23-yard line of the Tigers.
Colerain shows something a little different right there. They went back to the traditional wing formation. They've been running out of the eye, and they have been committing that as outside linebackers. They had extra tight ends right there. This time the tight ends actually get the seal block on that outside linebacker, and with lead blockers in front of him. That's the first time we've seen this play today.
And we've said it all year. Sincere Jones hasn't got the offensive touches that star players normally get. His blocking, he blocked the lead man there, got off of that man, got the next man up, and if it wasn't for the sideline, J.J. Davis had 6.
First down and 10 at the 23-yard line. There's a fake speed pitch. Deontay Smith-Moore looks to pass, makes a man miss. He's going to tuck it and run, try and get up some yards, lowers his head, picks up positive yards down to the 21-yard line.
If he sees, Sincere Jones a little banged up. If he faked that pitch to Sincere, nobody followed him. If he could have just thrown it, but Sincere a little bit winded.
Yeah, he ran way ahead of the play, and he got ahead of that play, and he pancaked his guy, but in a way that they kind of hit the ground together hard and kind of rolled, so probably knocked the wind out of him just a bit. And thankfully for the Cardinals, Deshaun Pace made it back from the bathroom. All of a sudden, in the middle of that long run by J.J. Davis, you saw I thought Deshaun Pace may be celebrating. No, he just kept running all the way to the locker room, which is in the end zone direction of the Cardinals. So he has made it back from the bathroom in time for the Cardinals.
Yeah, you were right with your observation. He was the lead blocker out there, and they had their leading tackler, was the linebacker, Dom Marasco, out there was blocking. And as he pancaked him, Marasco almost did a wrestling takedown.
Yeah.
So he blocked as he was being tackled. It's heavy contact.
Yeah, Mesrocco, I think, has got like 165 tackles on the year coming into this game. He clearly is their all-everything at linebacker. So Sincere Jones getting up now, and you're right, Brandon. He probably just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. He's walking off the field completely on his own. Slowly, he's going to take a play off here.
Got kind of his hand on his hip.
Okay.
Well, more importantly for the Cardinals, where the ball is now, they need him to recover, so they need him on defense, I think, more than they need him on offense at this point.
Agreed. You still got J.J. Davis, and you've also got the sophomore out there, Freddie Johnson, plus Ivan Pace
don't,
Jr.
because the Cardinals have decided to go big.
Yeah. I take it all back.
J.J. Davis, the lone wing back. Luke Bolden, Eric Phillips in at tight end.
We normally see this only at the goal line.
So Deontay Smith-Moore takes it, keeps it, follows his block, stays on his feet, gets enough for the first down to the Pickerington Central 12-yard line.
You can't hold anything back at this point, and you know what?
All right, Bob.
We've been going. They've got their big defensive players going both ways, and the Cardinals have said, you know what? We're going to put our 2 big guys on offense and run right behind them, just like you have been.
We run this on goal line from the 3 yards in. If we get 3 yards of play, this is just like the regular option.
So first down and 10 now at the 12-yard line. Deontay Smith-Moore in the center, takes the ball, hands it off. Ivan Pace Jr. got hit in the backfield by big number 31. He did everything he could get back to the original line of scrimmage, and he did.
That was a shot. Carter Johnson getting up a little bit slow.
Yeah, it was a shot to himself, basically, off of the turf. He took the stiff arm from Pace, but it kind of just face planted him right in the dirt. He gets up a little slow, but he stays in.
Still hands on his hips.
Yeah, that's a big. That's a big boy.
That was 2 big boys hitting.
Yeah, 31 again, just as a reminder of his size. I mean, he's gigantic.
6'3", 315 pounds.
That's a big boy, and Ivan Pace giving up almost 100 pounds to him. J.J. Davis in motion. Deontay Smith-Moore keeps it, cuts it back across the middle. He gets hit, but not until he gets down inside the 10-yard line.
And officially be marked at the 7.5, 8-yard line.
Not a good spot if they're marking it there.
Yeah, that's where he kind of got engulfed.
Okay.
He put his head down. Unfortunately for him, unlike most times where he can kind of bounce off of that, he ran right into the chest of the linebacker, who was much larger than Deontay, who stood him up at that spot.
Well, I'd love to know where they get all these just gigantic kids. When's the last time we had a 300-pound defensive tackle? Good grief.
We got a pretty big guy in Dante Corleone. He's a pretty big guy.
Oh,
yeah, and he's
issue with the play clock here. Okay, I got the play clock reset. It had run down to 8.
So 3rd down and 6 for the Cardinals on the 8-yard line. They can get a first down without needing to score.
Do you throw the ball to Eric Phillips right here?
No. Yep, Deontay Smith more under center, takes the ball, fakes dive and pace junior, keeps it himself. He's going to stay on his feet and continue to drive. Not going to get the first down. They're going to get it down to about that. Looks like maybe 1. Did they give him 1 yard on that?
Yep. Yeah, he didn't get much. Good push right up there.
Send the field goal team out, Coach. Not much of a decision here.
No, not at all. Not at all. With Chris Mangold, you absolutely sent him out there. Let him kick what is effectively an extra point, a little bit longer.
A little bit longer. It's at the 7-yard line on the right hash.
Hasn't been asked to kick too many field goals this year.
Only 2 made field goals on the whole season. Last year, I think he had, 13? 13 or 15?
24-yard kick. He's going to have to hurry to get this off, though.
Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. And there's flags on the play.
Offside.
And if that's enough yardage, will it be enough is the question.
It's about a 4th down and 5. It all depends on the...
Even if it's not, don't you still go for it?
Oh.
If it's not enough, don't you go for it? You're talking 4th and less than 1. You have Ivan Pace in the backfield.
Yeah, but you're kicking.
You have a chance to go up 2
That's
touchdowns.
what they're doing right now. It's going to be 4th and 1.
That's a long one.
And here comes the offense.
I think this is the right call. It's gutsy, and it's not like me to say it's the right call, but I think it is.
Yeah, they've been successful not giving the ball to Ivan in this with the quarterback follow.
So under center is Deontay Smith-Moore. 4th and 1. Takes the ball, hands it off to Ivan. He lowers his shoulder.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Ivan Pace Jr. for 6 points.
Big push by that right side of that offensive line. Brian and Beavers. T.J. Ganella just kind of blows it up. Eric Phillips was on the outside, too. So puts Colerain up 20-7, 8:33 left to play.
And what a huge drive for the Cardinals in response to the Pickerington Central score. Big extra point here. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, kick is good, and with 8:33 to play, it's the Colerain Cardinals 21, the Central Tigers 7.
Yeah, Colerain takes advantage of the offside, so the Pickerington Central Tigers goes for it on 4th down. A gutsy call.
I don't think it is.
You know what?
That's a gutsy call.
Here's the thing.
I think
I don't know what the win probability is. Because if it was ESPN, there was an NFL game, they'd have all these college football, probabilities about win percentages from certain situations. Sure. But yes, you go up 2 scores with a field goal. But if you don't get it, you've trapped them deep, and the reward, I think, far outweighs the risk.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean.
So, and with Colerain deferring to the second half, they will be kicking with the wind at their back.
And they should do everything they can to put this ball through the back of the end zone. I'm sure Chris Mangold's been given that instruction. With a 2-touchdown lead now, 8 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the game. Still a lot of time. The defense has got to step up once again.
That's good.
There's a kick, and it is into the end zone. The Cardinals will start off on defense now, defending as the Tigers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And that was a 11-play, 75-yard drive that took nearly 5 minutes off of the clock in response to Central.
And that's just huge. I mean, that is you know what it did? Not only does it give your offense a little bit more confidence after they're kind of stuttering in the 3rd quarter, clearly, but it also gave your defense a bit of a break.
And
except for Ivan Pace, who's right back out there at linebacker.
It takes the momentum out of the sails of the Tigers. They had everything going for them.
That
and all of a sudden,
entire third quarter.
That was their 3rd quarter, and they get the response like that from the Cardinals.
So Crenshaw's got it now. He rolls to his right. He looks to pass. It's thrown down the field, and it is caught by number 6 right at midfield. He caught it going backwards. That's frustrating because that probably either could have been a pick or at least knocked down. But either way, it's all the way down into Cardinal territory, down to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Demetrius Crenshaw just on a scramble. Mike Best is all over, and he just kind of threw up a prayer.
Yep.
Well, what he saw was a man kind of downfield with the defender's back to the play. The defender, Deshaun Pace, never saw the play, and Samuel was able to find it in the air.
Yep. The senior wide receiver. 3 wide receivers split to the left. Crenshaw takes it. He's going to do a quarterback draw right up the middle, get positive yards as he always does when he does that. He's going to pick up another first down on the play down to the 38-yard line.
Nope, he's going to be a yard short.
Is he a yard short? Okay.
Now, normally in this situation, they go right to the line of scrimmage. They're not doing it in this situation.
So second down and 1. Ball at the 38-yard line. Need to get to the 37 of Colerain. So just 2 plays in, and they're all the way down to the Colerain 37-yard line. I'll tell you, this is a quick strike offense when Crenshaw's running it at that level of speed. Snap back to Crenshaw, takes it once again, hands it off to number 5, who takes it across the middle. He's into the open. He's got a lot of running room. Gets all the way down near the 15-yard line. We'll mark him down at the 16.
26.
26, thank you. 26-yard line.
That was Jameer Jackson. Just a straight dive. Nothing fancy there, but good blocking up front.
The defense needs to wake up. They've been on the sideline for a little bit now. And the Tigers' offense is just taking it to them.
Yeah, they got to match the energy level that Pick Central is putting into this offense.
So in the I formation, Crenshaw's back, takes the low snap, hands it off, tackle in the
No.
backfield. Crenshaw's got it. Crenshaw still got it, faked the handoff, but he's going to get hit there. And Ivan Pace Jr. jumps on top of the pile, get him down. I didn't hear a whistle.
No, there wasn't a whistle, kind of late. That's when you got a running quarterback, you're going to get a late whistle there when they're in a big pile of humanity.
It's a big
scrum
maul
right
there.
Right, what a great pull by Crenshaw. Because otherwise, Jackson gets tackled for a loss.
Who
he
was that
pulls
that
the
came
ball.
in? Was that Mike Best again? Somebody cracked the quarterback right at the mesh.
So no gain on the 1 yard gain on the play. I guess they're going to give him second down and 9.
That's really no gain.
25 on ball on the Colerain 25-yard line. 6:30 to go in the game. Cardinals up by 2 touchdowns. Snap is back to Crenshaw. He looks to pass. A little bit of pressure. Throws it out to 3. Stiles, who's wide open. 1 missed tackle. Down the sideline. 8's trying to get to him, and he can't get to him. Lorenzo Stiles Jr. takes it in from 25 yards out, and just like that, the Tigers are back within 1 score.
That was the slowest developing screen I had. They waited for Colerain to take a rush, but Colerain didn't bring anybody right away. And it just kind of slowly developed, and get it to your athletes out in space.
He just waited for everybody to get to the side where the quarterback was, and it almost looked like a throwback 10 seconds later. But no one's on that side of the field except Jalen Thomas, but he's got almost a 2-on-1 situation. And
well, credit Lorenzo Stiles.
He made the play.
That kid is fast. He's fast, and he made a play. There's the extra point, and it is
it's
good, so that's important.
6:17 to play. Colerain Cardinals still lead, but it's a little closer. It's the Colerain Cardinals 21, the Central Tigers 14.
So Colerain answered Pick Central with a long, sustained drive score of their own, and Pick Central, what do? They score quickly.
And that's exactly what the Tiger offense needed. When you're down 2 touchdowns, they needed to score quickly, and they did. A little disconcerting for the Colerain defense to give that up so seemingly easy.
Well, we know how good they are on offense. They've held them in check. It's getting late, and a lot of substitutions.
And that one, to me, is Coach Jay Sherritt. And we talked about how good he is.
Yep.
He's probably held that in the bag a while, or he made an adjustment at halftime because of what he saw.
So 6:17 left to go. Let's do a quick reset here. 6:17 left to go in the game. Colerain up 21-14. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts at 3.
Oh, it might be a little early for this, but it looks like they're lining up. They got the ball kicked at an angle. This kicker had a very long run up to it. This time, this looks like they're going.
They're going onside kick.
So 32 got it. It is a pooch kick, and it is caught, and then immediately tackled. There was no fair call made.
Was that Luke Bolden? No, that's Ivan Pace that makes that. It's a gutsy call, but when you're that close and that ball's that high, he should have fair cat that ball. But no harm, no foul. Colerain's going to get the ball at their own 33.
So here's where we need to do another 5-minute, time-consuming fourth-quarter drive. This is the weight room drive that Coach Bolden talks about every single year, where you need your offensive line to step up, and we can't give those guys enough credit for the job they've done tonight against a, you could argue, over-talented defensive line.
Colerain's gone to a little bit wider splits here, looks like.
Deontay Smith-Moore under center. Handoff right over the middle to Ivan Pace Jr. He's still moving his feet, still churning his feet. He's going to take it up to the 37-yard line. So 5-yard gain on that first down run. Time continues to roll off the clock. The Cardinals' friend, they just need to keep that clock now under 6 minutes to go in the game.
It might be a little bit too early to start.
They're just running their offense.
They're running
not doing
yeah.
anything special. Although they have taken a long time all game to get to the line of scrimmage. But
yeah, now 10 seconds left on the play clock. 9, 8, 7. Deontay Smith-Moore, though, he knows it's there. He sees it. Under center, takes the ball. There's a speed pitch around to J.J. Davis looking for a cut. He makes one man miss, stays on his feet, makes another man miss, gets the first down all the way down, up to the 45-yard line.
And we haven't seen it a lot tonight. A couple times we have seen it. It was pretty much stuffed up, but this time the Jets underneath sweep to J.J. Davis gets the edge and picks up yardage, and he kind of spun. Defender did a good job of grabbing the shoulder pad and not the face mask as J.J. Davis spun. He kind of let go to maybe not risk the face mask. J.J. Davis slowed down, though, and the Tigers finish.
There's a handoff once again over the middle to Ivan Pace Jr. He's got it covered up. Stays on his feet. Oh, there's a fly coming in. We'll see where it is.
That's in
for.
a strange area by the deep official. It's in
face
the area.
mask.
It's in the area.
The face mask. 5-yard variety. Just the 5 yards, though.
So either way, it'll be 5 yards tacked on to the end of the run, and it'll be another first down. Are you all right, Brian?
No. I was making fun of my son. He yelled at me earlier for not letting him finish his sentence.
Yes, he did.
But I was going to say right there, that was in the area deep enough past the line of scrimmage that it was either a holding or a face mask.
Good call.
Yeah, it's easy to make that call now. You guys have already said it. The official already picked up the flag.
That's on me. I'm just playing
I was more giving Brandon
the ball
a hard
up
time.
The 33-yard line. We're under 5 minutes to play here in the state semifinal.
First down and 10 for the Cardinals. There's the ball, fakes the handoff, does Deontay Smith-Moore. He keeps it. He's got number 9 on his back, but he carries him for a 4-yard gain.
More than that, give him 5.
5 maybe?
He is at the 33. That ball will finish on the 26 and a half.
28, yeah.
So 5-yard gain for Deontay Smith-Moore with number 9 on his back, Dom Marasco.
And we saw the last drive, Deontay Smith-Moore, Dom Marasco stood him up, didn't let him go forward. This time, Smith-Moore gets a better angle, carries on his back, and picks up a bit yardage.
Clock continues to run now, under 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the game. Deontay Smith-Moore, second down, hands it off to Ivan Pace Jr., who lowers his shoulder, gets down inside the 25-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down.
Hey, Brandon, look at the left side of this offensive line when you see. They've got it set up with a traditional wing, but they've also got a tight end on that side and a wide receiver flexed out.
Yeah, Elijah Ford has been doing that the past couple of weeks where he doesn't line up at tight end. He kind of stands up as an extra receiver.
But it's almost the overloaded side, plus a very tight end wide receiver.
Third down and 1 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, big boys are in the ball game.
Ball on the 24-yard line. They need 1 yard to get the first down. Deontay Smith-Moore under center. Takes it in the hands of Ivan Pace, and he's got it. He's going to run wide.
The wrong way.
He did, but he cuts it back in, and he's going to have all the way inside the 20-yard line.
The will of Ivan Pace right there. He bounced it outside. There were 2 Central Tigers there. He said no, and he went right into the pile of the offensive and defensive line and just drove it forward down to the 20-yard line for a Cardinals first down.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it loud enough for those in the booth that need to hear it. Ivan Pace Jr. is the Mr. Football for the state of Ohio. To do what he does at a Division I level, offensively, defensively, special teams, nobody else in the state does it. Nobody.
Colerain first down, the ball on the 20-yard line. 20-yard line.
As Deontay Smith-Moore takes it.
He's in the air. They got to blow the whistle.
Yeah, but he's going to get it all the way down to the 25-yard line, and we're lucky they didn't call a penalty on that.
And a late flag coming in.
We'll see what the penalty is.
Eric Phillips is clapping like it's on the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are all clapping. This one is on the Tigers.
Yeah, Deontay Smith-Moore went airborne trying to get over top of the linebacker. The linebacker actually caught him, and he was trying to get back down to the ground. The referee called the ball, some pushing and shoving afterwards.
Personal foul on the Tigers.
They just took number 9 out of the game. That's their leading tackler that just walked off the field. Escorted by the referee.
The referee take him off, or the coach
took him off the field?
Well, the referee walked him off the field. I don't know if it's because maybe Coach Sherrick called for him to come off. I don't know.
Or just one of those, like, you're not ejected, but you need to take a couple plays off.
That's big. He's their leading tackler.
Yep.
It'll be first and goal for the Cardinals at the 8-yard line. Under 3 minutes to play.
Nothing special here. This is Deontay Smith-Moore or Ivan Pace.
This is your offensive line right here.
Still in that big package.
Yep. Deontay Smith-Moore under center. Takes the ball, hands it to Ivan Pace Jr. He gets low and gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And there were two Tigers there. He kind of went off tackle. He almost slipped under them.
That's exactly what he did.
Like he was going. Like he was almost like he was going for the 2-point takedown, but he had the ball in his hands. He kind of just gets as much as he can, puts his hands down, and gets it down to the 5-yard line. And you got to wonder when the Central Tigers start using timeouts as they're quickly approaching 2 minutes to play.
I'm shocked they haven't yet.
Marasco's still in the he's back in the ball game.
Oh, he's back in the ball game. Okay, number 9, leading tackler back in the game. Second down and goal at the 5-yard line. Deontay Smith-Moore under center. Takes the ball, hands it off one more time to Ivan Pace Jr. and gets down to the 1-yard line.
You talked about when this drive started that this was going to be a weight room drive. What better test if you've driven the length of the field? 1 yard is all you need to finish this drive off and potentially finish off the game.
This could be for the right to advance and play in next week's Division I state championship. The Colerain Cardinals have the ball, 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. If they can put it in, they're up by 2 scores with less than 2 minutes to play. Deontay Smith-Moore keeps it himself. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Deontay Smith-Moore puts the exclamation point on for the Colerain Cardinals.
That right side of the offensive line, blown it up. T.J. Ganella, Brian Beavers. Give credit also your center, Ace Aaron Schwinner, Quasi Jones, Will Coleman, and Elijah Ford. And I tell you what, you had big number 9, at 99, Eric Phillips, along with Kyle Bolden in the backfield right there. That's just a push up front.
Oh, we've got snaps and flags all over the place.
Yeah, you look like a false start, a little bit of flex on the right side of the offensive line on this extra point.
Deontay Smith-Moore imploring his offensive line, guys, calm down. Calm down. This Colerain defense, after getting really stymied in the 3rd quarter, has come back on the back of Ivan Pace Jr. here in the 4th quarter and played phenomenally. Now we've got a little bit longer extra point attempt. Mangold's got the foot, just got to put it through.
Snap it back, hold it down, and we're going to get another flag for false start.
Yep. So making this a little bit more exciting and eventful than what it probably needs to be.
So it is normally, if you take 3 plus 17, was normally a 20-yard kick. Will now be a 30-yard extra point for Chris Mangold.
You're right. You said you pointed out earlier the snapper Ed Bolden.
Yeah,
kind of does a large flex with his head.
He starts in like a catcher's position and then throws his head between his legs to snap it.
So ball now is going to be kicked from the 20-yard line. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up.
It's good, and that makes the score 28 Colerain Cardinals, 14 Central Tigers. And the Colerain Cardinals are 1 minute and 16 seconds away from going to Canton.
Yeah, barring a miracle right here, it's just
a 10-play. You talk about a weight room drive, Dad. When that drive started, a 10-play, 68-yard drive that took over 5 minutes off the clock.
Well, how about those last 2 drives by Colerain? Both of them length of the field, both of them 5 minutes long, and you put it in there. The quick score. Like Pick Central, this did everything that they were supposed to do at that point. That is Colerain football. That is 4 quarters. That is 120 workouts preseason in the weight room right there.
Yeah. Thank you.
And again, the ball falls off the tee just like it did the first play.
The very first play of the game.
And we talked about how all of us at Colerain, and we're a little biased, we believe Ivan Pace is Mr. Football, Mr. Ohio. We all believe it. He does everything both ways.
Yep.
But what a way to cap it with the senior captain, the future doctor, Deontay Smith-Moore, taking it in, and he is the leader of this team above all, and he caps it for the Cardinals.
I don't know what his discipline's going to be, but he surgically dissected that Pickerington Central defense.
And Central bobbles the kickoff snap, and they'll start this drive on their own 2-yard line.
He didn't just bobble it, he dropped it completely, and then instead of picking it up, he slid down to pick it up, and he can't get up once those knees are down in high school football.
1:12 to play. Central has 98 yards to go, but they need 2 scores.
So the Cardinals have got to play sound defensively, and there goes Ivan Pace back out there along with Luke Bolden. A couple of seniors who are going to look to do something that no Colerain team has done in 14 years.
We've only got 10 guys on the field. We've only got 10 guys on the field.
Nope.
Okay,
11.
Okay, there goes
good.
Thomas. I lost Thomas there for a second.
There's a snap back to Crenshaw in his own end zone. He throws it out wide. It is caught at the 2, 5, 10, 15.
Means nothing.
Cardinals are there, taken out of bounds.
The
they're calling it incomplete.
He's going to call it incomplete.
He said it bounced? Okay.
Yep.
There were some Colerain fans.
Now, if you're Central, I'd be arguing for about 5 seconds back on the clock.
Absolutely. Yeah, they may have to reset the play clock, or reset the game clock with 1:01 left to go. This is the outside is electric. The Cardinal fans are all on their feet, and we have got a very excited man right there by the ambient mic. Anytime we want to maybe turn that down.
No, we actually turned it up for that, actually.
Okay.
2nd and 10 from the goal line.
Crenshaw in the backfield looking to find some space. He's scurrying and gets out of the end zone. That guy's unbelievable. He's up to the 5, the 10, the 15. Makes several guys miss, but he gets tackled and taken down.
Yes, but that's you say that, Karis?
Yeah, that's what we wanted
the defense.
to do. Right?
They're going to protect the sidelines, keep everything in front.
Yep.
52 seconds to play.
Snap is back to Crenshaw. He looks to pass again. Ivan Pace Jr. gets tackled.
Jalen Thomas keeps him in bounds.
Yep, that's huge. Jalen Thomas with a tackle on the far side where the catch is made. Timeout, Pickerington Central. That's their first of 3. They still have 2 left, but down 2 scores and only 43 seconds to go. The Cardinals just need to be smart and make sure they don't let him score here first at all.
Yeah, Jalen Thomas, I tell you, the depth at the Colerain linebackers, you talk about their starters and how good they are. Jalen Thomas would be starting on any other team in the city.
I agree,
He's
very good.
He's got 2 defensive touchdowns.
He comes in on special,
he does.
Knowing pass downs to give us a little bit more speed, but you're absolutely, I was just going to say that, Brandon. He's opportunistic.
Yeah.
He has got a nose for the ball, and he's as fast as any running back in the city.
And he's a junior.
He's the perfect complement. We talked about learning how to play pace both ways, and he's the perfect tool for Coach Bolden. Him and Hamza Abdul-Wahid from the fullback position give Coach Bolden those perfect people on either side, where you have a capable backup.
He's coming for pace, and he's also coming on the outside for Eric Phillips at times.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it tonight.
Versatile.
They've rotated all. They put Phillips' hand in the dirt and put Thomas on the outside. That's exactly what they're doing here. Phillips putting his hand in the dirt. Thomas kind of playing a nickel linebacker almost at the position. Second and 10. 21-yard line, 43 seconds to play for the Tigers.
Snap is back to Crenshaw. He rolls to his left, looking to pass. He's probably just going to tuck it and run. He does. Takes it up to the 15. Tries to reach for the first down. Isn't going to get it. Runs out of bounds. Clock is stopped. Takes, 7 seconds off the clock, down to 36 seconds to go in the game.
Ooh, that was good math. 43 minus, that's 7 seconds. I was like, wow, that was a good job.
7 seconds for 7 yards.
You got actually 8, but.
Up to the 29-yard line.
You didn't need to say that.
3rd down and 2. Again, completely irrelevant here. Just as long as if the Cards can find a way to keep them in and force the use of the timeout, that would be ideal.
Tigers still have 2 remaining.
Yep.
The thing for the Tigers is they have to score quickly because they need 2 scores.
Yeah. I mean, if they can find a way to score, they obviously will try an onside kick.
Yeah, but Deshaun Pace, Jakari Patterson playing out really deep center field.
Yep, there's a toss out to number 3, Lorenzo Stiles.
And who are we talking about? Jalen Thomas.
Once again, a great tackle, sound fundamentally, taking down probably the number 1 playmaker outside of Crenshaw on this team. Tackled him inbounds down to 20 seconds, and guess what? They're not calling timeout. That is the final play of the game, and your Colerain Cardinals are going back to Canton for the Ohio Division I State Championship next Friday night.
Colerain comes out this second half with the lead, keeps the lead. Pickerington Central makes it close, but every question that they had, Colerain answered. So
and the other game is not yet final, but it's all but. It's 42-16 in favor of the St. Edwards Eagles. It'll be next week. We don't know a day. We don't know a time. We know it'll be either Saturday, Friday, or Thursday, but we know one thing for sure. The Colerain Cardinals will be playing the St. Edward Eagles in Canton for a state championship. So again, final here from Piqua High School. It's your Colerain Cardinals 28, the Central Tigers 14. For all of us at WeAreColerain.com, Brian Wyatt, Brandon Wyatt, Chris Simonitis, Mike Rourke, the Cardinals are going to state, and we hope to see you there.